Hello everyone, welcome back to stream. Welcome back to another one. We're just going to be heading right on in here. I'm just going to be getting everything ready here so that people can see. Okay. Self-promotion. That moment where I'm just like slapping the stream link everywhere. Hey Sans, how you doing? Let's try and get this done now. I think I have an idea of what I'm doing with this now. So we'll try and work that in here. And I shall explain things as we go. Angelo says, no, the Coke bottle. The Coke bottle's fine. I'm just giving him a bit of a break for a bit. Everybody's had quite a lot of excitement, so I'm just giving him a bit of a break. There we go. They're still here. I can still toggle them on. No joke, I can still toggle every single one of the images on of everybody. I'm just giving everybody a break. Angelo says, I'm back. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I think I figured this out now. He got locked behind a giant wall. So, lots of stuff going on today. Let's bring this forward and then I'll detail everything. I'm good, thank you. What I'll do is I'll wait till there's a couple more people in here and then we can go over what's actually happened today, because today's been interesting. Progress is actually pretty good at the moment. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So, fun times. As you can see, I'm just trying to line up these things here, but I'll explain stuff in a moment because it's been crazy. A lot of meetings today with different people. A lot of stuff going on. I sense gas. No gas in this for the moment. For the moment. Dun dun dun. And by that I mean not in this area. What the heck? Oh, just reading chat and then it's like, wait, what? It should be there? No. Gotta just do this roughly, and that should... Oh, no, no. Trying to get these right things here is awkward. So, we'll wait a little bit longer for people to start coming in. And then I'll go over stuff, because today's been very, very interesting. At the moment, you're just watching me do the top of the marsh in Waterfall. Again, this is that usual deal with 3D stuff where you have to at least get the basics done and in quads, or what we call quads, which essentially is a point like this where it's, or a face like this where it's 4 points. Normally what you'll see is if I was to put this in a video game, then every point would have a connecting vertex path like this. And what that essentially does is it allows render engines to render everything a little bit easier. It's just the way that everything is calculated, or at least it used to be, was via triangles rather than squares. But as we go into more fancier tech, like Unreal Engine 5, that's where it starts being crazy. But yeah, the basic gist of quads is that you model them like this and model the loops well, so that when you put everything in game, it looks really nice. Hey Ryden, Happy New Year, thank you very much. Did you know I dread Frisk with Sans plush? Wait, what? When will you play Gartic Phone for the first time yet? I don't know. So what I'm gonna do here is move that over slightly, and we'll do the doors here. Garlic Phone. Hey, Alfonso. So we got more people coming in now, so it gives me time to do a little bit more before I go ahead and explain everything today. Makes me sound all super important and professional for the moment, when some of it kind of is really cool, and other bits are just like, oh, that's neat. But yeah, today's been busy. Very busy. I drew, not dread. It's just the way it was posted there. Can I make a request, says Angelo? By all means, go on. What colour is going to come into Waterfall? Or when is the colour? It already does have colour. The reason why I've not shown it is primarily just because it's a little bit of spoilers. But yeah, you can see the outside at least. Where was it? See, the outside does have colour there. With all of the crystals and everything on this section. And I'm working on this section now, which is why it doesn't have colour. But the other areas of Waterfall have been done. I've added some nice effects to them recently. It all looks really nice. I've only showed one person so far the inside of it. And they were really impressed by it. They were just like, wow, that's amazing! So I'm happy with that so far as a response. Move the Coke bottle to the top right with the cap pointing towards the center. What? So we can just like pop everywhere. Just like pop all over the screen and then drain out down into the bottom of the screen. Poor Jeff. But yeah, so anyway, because we've already got a load of people in here, I guess I'll start now. Primarily because it doesn't look like anybody else is coming in for the moment. Make a Tide Pod with a smile and put it on Undyne. Oh god. So, I mentioned the other day that we had a bit of bad news. And that bad news was that, unfortunately, Rev can't do Papyrus anymore. Which got me worried, of course, because everybody knows Rev is really good at doing Papyrus. So I had to recast Papyrus. So at the moment, Rev is helping the understudy. The idea is that Rev will be giving feedback, so then we can hopefully get a good Papyrus. So that's the bad news. And I mentioned that I didn't want any more bad news because, you know, it's not good. Especially when you're like halfway through a project. No, we're still getting Papyrus. We're still getting Papyrus. It just won't be voiced by Rev. Or rather, he won't be voiced by Rev. It's not that Papyrus won't be in, because obviously Papyrus is a big part. It's just, if you wanted Revtrosity as Papyrus, unfortunately it's not happening now. Which, you know, again, it's upsetting, but hopefully with Rev's help, what'll end up happening is the new person doing Papyrus will do a really good job. So, interesting news is that when I've been looking at stuff recently, I was already planning on doing new characters to try and beef out the roster. Because if you've heard me say anything about this project before, it's that when you look at older Undertale animations, all of them have one thing in common, and it's they don't have enough characters. What you'll do is you'll see like maybe 1 or 2 characters on screen at once, maybe like Frisk, Papyrus, and Sans, but you don't see too many of the other characters, so it doesn't feel like the underground is actually lived in. You don't see many of the other monsters. So I even mentioned this in the very first video when I released stuff after the trailer. I was like, look, I want more monsters to make these areas feel lived in. And of course, I've been collecting models ever since. A lot of them I've got already. Like, there's a massive cast of NPCs, but I've already got quite a lot of them. Things like Vulcan, Washua, the Dog Squad, things like that. Just background characters. But I can announce now, hopefully, after some negotiation and some business dealings behind the scenes, quite literally, I'm putting my own money into this project now, which I hadn't done before, primarily because I didn't have it worked out. Basically, I didn't have any money at the time, but I did some commissions for some people, and I was able to get some money, so I decided to put that money back into the community. So what I've done is I've decided that it'd be good to actually get some more models done. So I went to somebody who I know from the Undernet, and I've commissioned 8 new characters that will fill out the roster. One of which is incredibly special, and I'm not going to mention who that is yet. Just letting you know, it's not Gaster. Gaster I've already got a model for. But the following characters I wanted, and obviously I wanted them done well, so I went to this person to get them. So we're getting Fish Receptionist, because if you remember rightly, I said I wanted Fish Receptionist in one of the other videos, and I couldn't get her. So we've got Fish Receptionist now on the way. We've got Catty and Bratty on the list, because I wanted both of them, and I've been trying to get them for ages and can't get them. Lauren, which is the small character from Waterfall, the one that, you know, mentions, are you a star? Can you kill a star? That one. Whimsalot, which is the final form of Whimsum, which is the night version that's supposed to be like a play on Lancelot. Night, which is another one of the endgame characters, the big bulky one in armor, where at the middle of its armor looks like a mouth. Gerson, because I wanted Gerson in there, so we're getting some lore dumping from Gerson. We've already got Shiren. We have Heat Flamesman. And yeah, the last one is secret. The last one, all I'll mention about is it's one of the Heartland characters. And it's going to be interesting to show off that one. It's not So Sorry. I was going to have So Sorry, but then when I've been asked about it before, I was thinking it's the whole thing. The last one is Pyrope. No, I've already got Pyrope. In terms of Heartland, I've got Pyrope, Vulcan, and then a couple of the ones from the resort already. So stuff like Sad Dragon and... oh, what was the other one? One of the slime-style enemies. Shambling Mass, that was it. But I wanted at least one more character. The last one is obviously Jeff. Moody, I've got a question. Which Undertale monster has 72 attack and 7 defense? Oh god, I have no clue. I saw a short video about Undertale's OST. Oh yeah, yeah. So, I don't know whether you guys have checked recently or heard the news, but you might hear it in videos in future. I literally just checked Twitter about the Undertale Yellow situation with the OST. That's now been sorted. The Undertale Yellow devs came out and said it within the past... oh, when was it? Let me just double check this. I can pull this up on stream. It was literally like within the past couple of hours, I think. I retweeted it on the Immersiontale Discord, on the Immersiontale Twitter. Yeah, 4 hours ago. There it goes. So, Undertale Yellow basically retweeted and just said, look, we've worked out a deal with Toby and Materia, so you can essentially just go and dispute stuff for Undertale Yellow and it should work. So, yeah, we're going to have to make sure my streams are now copyright free. But yeah, you should be hearing that. So, you haven't friended me on Discord yet, says Sans. Wait, what? Just give me a sec. So anyway, there was that. So we've got new characters on the way that I've had to pay for, which will be in future updates, hopefully. And then, of course, we got the bad news. Rudy, I can tell you read it. I read it in my head for like a second. But yeah, after that news, I got some other good news, which is obviously going into the new year. The most important thing throughout all of this has been to make sure that I get all the lines, or at least get as many as I can done at the start of the year, so that, as I said before, I'm not worrying too much about levels or lines, and I've got most of what I need to then just start animating slowly. You know, so because my time is going to be vanishing come like mid-February, it means that animating will have to be done like an hour here, an hour there, but it'll still get done, which is why it's important to hit that deadline. So I'm not worrying about building massive things that take hours upon hours, which will slow everything down. Will you make it about all 3 routes? Only true pacifist. Only true pacifist. Have you done the fishing rod? Yes. But yeah, when I was on about good news and stuff coming in, before I forget and get off track here, what ended up happening was, after the bad news about having to recast Papyrus, I then got good news, really good news, which is all of the lines for Muffet, Toriel, and Monster Kid have been done. They're all done and ready to go, which takes up another large chunk of the list of lines that I needed, and that's 3 characters in one go. So that leaves me, apparently tomorrow, Undyne's going to be recorded, which will help out massively. So I'm only now really worried, at the moment at least, about Sans and Alphys's lines, just to be able to make sure, you know, those are locked in, because Sans and Alphys have some of the most important and longest lines in the entire film now, after Papyrus. Or rather, no, Alphys has a larger portion of lines than Papyrus, then it's Papyrus, then Sans. But because of me having not recast for Sans and Alphys and not got any understudies for them, it's important that I get those lines from both of those people that are doing the lines for them. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about right now, is just getting those lines done. How long though? If you've not played the game in a while, it's actually kind of funny when you actually look back at how many lines. I don't know in particular like the exact number. All I know is that Alphys has the most talking in the entire game. Then it's closely followed by Papyrus, and then after Papyrus, it's Sans. How many lines do you have? A lot. I need your Discord user so I can send some art. Just contact me on the Undernet. You know, I'm on the Undernet. It's easy just to send me stuff there. But yeah, basically, if you go back through and actually look at what's going on, when you get to Hotland, the rest of the game is more or less just Alphys talking if you don't use the telephone. So yeah, it's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts when you look at it and see just how many lines of individual characters. So yeah, I'm just waiting on Alphys and Sans now to get done, and then I won't be freaking out so much and be like, oh god, what's going on? So I'm happy about that, which means there's not too much more to go for progress there, which means basically in terms of progress, we'll be close to, I'll say, maybe 50 to 55% done. Yeah, Damon, I get what you mean. Does Gaster have any lines? I have not decided whether Gaster will have lines yet. My whole idea is literally just to have Gaster appear. And that's it. Because obviously Gaster doesn't have any proper lines in the actual game itself. But yeah, I've not decided on that yet. And people are still trying to find Gaster in the trailer, which I think, if I remember rightly, I did mention that I'd put him in there, but he's slightly off camera. But yeah, basically, everything's going decently at the moment. And I'm happy. Now, the other thing that's happened today, apart from meetings and if he just appears, can I voice him? Depends whether I give him any lines, you see. I'll have to decide on what I'm even properly doing with him. But yeah, basically, apart from meetings and everything, I had one interesting encounter this morning, which I instigated, which was, I'm there trying to figure out this area of Waterfall that I'm working on now. And I ended up looking at the Minecraft version of Undertale. If you've not seen it, it's not by any of the larger main YouTubers that cover Undertale stuff, but basically you'll see, you get recommended, it's basically stuff, I think from like, who are the users again, just so I can remember. Because I don't want to get this wrong, because I actually need to credit them now, because it made it a lot easier for me. It's funny, because I've seen the videos loads. It makes me sound terrible that I don't properly remember the usernames. It's more just I remember the videos. So yeah, it's Doggy Creations and the French Squid, who do a build together, where they're building all of Undertale in Minecraft. And I watch it because it's so good just seeing how it's coming together in Minecraft. And I was asking them about how they'd worked out the map of the underground, especially for Waterfall, because everybody has the different takes on it. I've said that before, it's open to interpretation heavily for a lot of these areas. And I was like, how did you do this? And they were just like, oh, I just, you know, messed around with it here and there. Showed me a little bit of the workings out on the map, which is really nice. And then we were on about the area with the duck that I'm up to now, just around the marsh. And even the Minecraft team's response was, yeah, the duck's a pain in the butt because it's so hard to work that part out, and we had to remake it like several times. So yeah, the duck, man. The duck is the bane of every 3D artist's project when it comes to remaking parts of the underground in 3D. It's literally like, if you've seen Rev's video where he goes on about, don't listen to the goat, you know, then I would do it for max for 0 lines. Honestly, again, I don't know whether I'm including Gaster. Do you have a reference for the duck? No, I don't really have a reference for it. But yeah, do you play VR chat? Yes, I do. Occasionally, when my glasses don't get stuck on my headset. But yeah, basically, I asked the Minecraft team and they were just like, so anyway, we looped round here where I'm looking at now, because there's the duck right there. And the problem being that, as we can see here, when we come out of this room, you go straight into the marsh and you can see where the duck is straight through there. And I'm sat here like, how the hell do I do this area, right? It's getting on my nerves, how do I do it? And they suggested potentially manipulating the marsh a little bit and where everything else is. And it kind of still follows how I want it to. But it just means everything else is a little bit flatter. So at the moment, that's why I'm working on the marsh. The actual exit to the marsh is over here instead of being over here, right next to the entrance, because it just makes it easier. And it kind of sticks a lot closer to Temmie's original artwork, which is why I'm going to be really happy about that, because that's what I wanted to do, was try and stay as close as possible to Temmie's artwork. So this is just going to be easy now. It's literally just going to be a bunch of random blocks sticking out of some water. And then I just do a lot of scenery in here and we're done. I feel like Moody might get copyright striked. I've already had that happen. I've had a 3-strike ban on one of my old accounts. I mentioned this before. What I did was I started reviewing Sentai, or basically the original version of Power Rangers in Japanese, ages ago on an old account. And just say, yes, you can voice cast. No. Yeah, I mentioned it ages ago, but on my older account, I used to review like Sentai and stuff, and I did that once and immediately got a 3-strike ban from YouTube. So I was not happy about that, especially because the channel was decently sized. It was, at the time with YouTube, it was when there were a couple of channels that had like a couple of million instead of like 157 million or whatever. And the idea was that basically you were decent if you were reaching like the 10 to 20k number of viewers. This was like 2005 or something, 2006. And I'm sat there doing these videos. I did this one review, and then the next day I wake up and I basically get like a 3-strike ban on this channel. And this channel I'd put so much work into. It was around when I was doing like university work as well, so all my university work was documented on it. And I lost a ton of videos of me doing like 3D back in the day when I was just like starting out doing 3D and some stuff. And it was not nice because YouTube didn't even listen to me. They literally just turned around and went, there you go, your account's gone. I'm just like, oh, cheers YouTube. So that was not nice to experience. So then I had to start again with this account from scratch, which has taken 10 years to get to this point because of how YouTube works. So fun times. It'll take me another 10 years to get another 3,000 subs. It'll be fun to see Gaster appear in the credits. Oh, hey David, nice to see you again. I hurt my arm on the inside of my body. It hurts every time I move. Fun times, and fun times to the hearts, it stands. Oof. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I've got to extend this section of the wall a little bit because of how I'm doing this. Roughly about that. So if I do this and we put that there, I've got to then just have this be slightly bigger, and it's just to accommodate the extra rooms, and then I can make sure everything is scaled correctly. This room's been crazy as well because of how much I've had to mess around with it already. But thankfully, because of the Minecraft guys, I should be able to get this done today. I fell asleep for the latter part of your stream. It's my bad. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Don't mess it up. It's not so much that I'll mess it up. It's more the whole thing of just like making sure it gets done. Because like the problem I had before was just the design. Like doing stuff in 3D is not as easy as people would think, and it's primarily just because some people don't take into account what stuff actually looks like in 3D. It's why it's so crazy to try and do anything Undertale related in 3D, because a load of people decide different things on how things will look. You know, so for instance, you could say, oh, I want the marsh to look like this because this looks cool. Somebody else could do it completely different, and it's so hard to get it to look right. So it's just crazy. Summon Frisk. I need to get Frisk actually in here to check the scale at some point. But I also need to check the height of all of this, because I reckon about there will do. Just make sure that's okay there by capping that off. That should be fine. I don't need to texture the underside of there, so we're good. Who agrees that I should be in the credits as Angelo? Right, let's do this for emotional support. So what I need to do here now is try and make this look as though this is like a bunch of different platforms. I just realized it'd be better the other way. I was gonna do it and have it be like sand dunes or sandbanks, but we'll do that. My personal nitpick is always if the 3D looks dark, this is gonna look dark in certain areas, and that's primarily due to it being underground. You know. Is that deserving to be in the credits? What else do I have to do? Says Angelo. Trust me when I say most people will end up in the credits anyway, even if you're just joking. Like, I'm not even messing around. A lot of people will end up in the credits for seemingly just existing. So yeah, I'm not going to say who will and will not end up in them, but you might find it a surprise if you do end up in them. I'm not even messing around with that either, because some people have already put in VR chat for literally just hanging out with me so that I can figure this stuff out. You know. When the movie comes out, I'll just skip straight to the credits. Some people, man, they're desperate. Okay, let's do this. The idea here is that we try and make this look as though it's kind of curving a little bit. And then we can just tweak this later on. But yeah, like I've said, at the point when we hit February, Waterfall should be done. And hopefully most of the lines, which then means it's literally just a case of just doing the animating, to which even the Minecraft guys were like, dude, you make it sound so simple. I was like, well, I do have a motion capture set up now, so it's making me a little bit more confident. They were like, oh, okay, can understand why then. That's fair. Like, yeah. So that was amusing. I'm talking about Gaster again. So there we go. That's that area kind of done. I want to see how high the water rises and falls, because then we can manipulate this a little bit more. I might just do it anyway. Because that's where the floor is, so... Gaster's going out to the store to get milk and cigarettes. He'll only come back when Deltarune's completely released. What do you guys think? Is there going to be a big uproar when Toby eventually releases the other chapters because he said that everybody's going to have to pay for them, or what? Because I honestly don't mind buying them. It's just the whole thing of everybody else has already got used to the whole thing of, oh, we've got 2 chapters completely for free? No. I'll be back when I'm in the credits, says Angelo. Yeah, do you reckon people are going to be nasty and kick up a big stink, or what, you know, about the whole deal with the rest of Deltarune being paid for? Oh crap, I need to mirror that, I think. It's either that or I just need to edit it more based on what I'm seeing here. Huh, interesting. That isn't the floor. Not all of it, anyway. Thought it would be, but apparently not. Do 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 do. Let's do that, so we can get the floor of the river here, or the sorry, the floor of this area. Potential spoilers for materials there. Right, then what we do is I need this area to be blocked out. And I also need that bridge there. Let's see what this is at the moment. So I need a small tunnel that goes through there and connects those two areas. Very intense map building. It basically is. Like, it's nuts trying to get all this stuff done, but when it's properly in, it's gonna look really good. I already know that. Primarily, like, I'm confident about it now that I've actually got my head a little bit more around how I wanted to do this, because of making this room was just a pain. I mean, I do understand it's going to be dark since Undertale's inside caves, but IDK, I just thought the dark 3D and not as pleasing to the eyes as the viewers. Trust me when I say I don't want to do it super dark, but the problem is in this area is going to have to be kind of dark to have everything glow. The idea is you have to try and balance the darkness by how much you can actually see. It doesn't help as well that YouTube's compression is going to screw up everything and make it kind of pixelated. So I'm going to have to basically test it and see what's the darkest I can get on YouTube, and then adjust things from there, because I've already got areas that are kind of dark. You know, like for instance, the ruins is dark, but then it's lit up by mushrooms. That makes sense with the context of the story and everything, but it's like, it's just the whole thing of, if it doesn't look good on YouTube, it's gonna look pretty bad, you know, and then that's a problem. Hey John, I haven't forgotten about you. I was half asleep until I went out and took the rubbish out before, so we're all good at the moment. Dave has to put on his power glove and start streams like a true hacker man. No joke, I start up most streams by getting in the mood for them with either some like really good music track, like Hopes and Dreams, or I'll put on another one that's kind of like that. You know, that really gets me psyched up. Oh, I have a message here. Oh, people just messaging me in DMs. So my idea now is most of this can be done with extrusion on the same plane, and the rest of this is just gonna be like slightly higher, and this is just gonna be the entire marsh. You'll see as I kind of get this working now, because it's gotta look right. It's gotta look like Temmie's artwork. Hello Frisk, nice to see you. So what we've got here is this giant extrusion that ends up coming alongside here. And the idea is now we just manipulate this shape to be better and be a little bit more like an island of sorts. I'm new, what's going on? I'm making the entirety of Undertale in 3D as a movie. So I'll show you the trailer for it now. Everyone in chat is going to be like, dude, you've already shown this off like a billion times. It's like, yeah, but people need to see it if they're asking what's going on. Right, let's go find it. There we go, extended trailer. I've just got to get rid of the There we go, the adverts. Let's put the trailer on. There's some people that have literally seen this trailer over and over and over again. Name is Dave. Yes. Hey, memes. I got it. I got it going. I've got to play the trailer because there's somebody new here, memes. So yeah, I'm just finding it now. And then I'll tell you about what's going on, memes, because it's some good news and some bad news. So the bad news we already know about with Rev and everything, but we're working around that. So here we go, right? This is the trailer that's actually on the channel. Memes, you might want to mute it for just a moment. Okay, here we go. This is 5 months ago. So I've also done some animating on top of that with like voice acting and stuff like that, which I did show off in another video. But that's just the trailer, right? And then after that, I did a load of other stuff, and it looks so much better now. That's the old version. Terribly hard to see what's going on when the scene goes dark. I know, that's what I mean. Like, I'm gonna have to edit that. I'll agree with you that I have to edit that, even though it's meant to be dark in scene, so it's kind of awkward. Anyway, hey memes. How you doing? You must finish yellow. I'm going to. I really want to. I just want to get this area done. So, that was wonderful. So, would you believe it looks even better now? Like, it looks way better now than that trailer. If I told you that it looked way better now. I've been working on it really hard. We're just up to Waterfall. The idea is that I've been slowly updating everything else while I've been waiting for the voice actors to get back to me with some of the lines. So, while I've been updating everything, I've just been making the visuals look so much better. Any Sanseys? Yes. Show them... Wait, what? Show them the trauma. Oh, you want me to show them Heartland? I'll show them Heartland and Sans' scene. So we'll go here. We'll go find it. And then I'll explain what's gone on today, memes, because it's pretty important. And it also includes Sailor. But in a good way. So we'll put where is it? We'll put these updates on. Show the one part of progress video that shows you. Oh, when I go insane. When I go insane doing Heartland. Where is it? There we go. So there it is. There's the anniversary update. This is like a 20 9-minute video, but we'll skip forwards a bit. Oh, these adverts, man, they kill me. Just give me a sec. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is where we did, because we do a lot of stuff through VR chat as well to do like meetups and stuff with the cast and crew. A lot of this was done like as meetups in VR chat. That's where we explain a bunch of stuff. Where is it? Meeting up with everybody. Like for instance, here we go. I'll just do this a little bit. This is where we were showing VR chat the presentation.
Oh my god, it's so freaking slow. I got it now.
Here we go. So this is what happens when we showed a bunch of people in VR chat in the Undertale world, the trailer. This is pretty cool. I like everybody's reaction in this because it slowly goes from like them just randomly talking to holy crap. Yeah, it's about 15 to 18 minutes in.
In the funniest voice ever.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Oh, look at Dora. Be super friendly with everyone. What is that?
I guess it's PC only because I can't see it, sadly. Oh well.
Yeah, it's all it is an Undertale music video.
I know. I wish I could just see it.
It's like a trailer.
I love the way Nyammo changes her stance in a moment where she's like, oh, it's just a music video, and then she's like, wait, what?
I love the animation. I know who made the song too.
I think I recognize it.
Yeah, Maze does wave to the camera.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's beautiful. I just wish I could see it. But man.
I interrupted the bit there where everybody was like, holy crap, that's awesome! So we got some of the animating done here. I'm going to show off some of the animations as well. So this were just test animations.
Oh my. If you flipped my switch, that could only mean one thing. You're desperate for the premiere of my new body.
I usually come to the ruins because there's nobody around. But today, I met someone nice.
Lots of places to loiter on the surface, I bet.
I felt this before.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and this my friend, Tammy. Hi, I'm Tammy.
So here we go. This is what happened when I was trying to understand Hotland in 3D. Hey, John. Memes, do you really want to do this to yourself?
So, everything looks like it's in blackness, but I was wondering what the hell I'm meant to put there, because like there's no lava, and the way that Temmie has it kind of looks like it might be, like in the artwork, Temmie has floors that look like the dirt in between, but then black like that means there's no lava there, so it's like, what the hell do I put there, you know?
Here we go. This is just me doing this for like 3 hours. This is sped up, but we did this for like 3 hours. Why does Kara look like that? Why does Moody sound higher pitched there? Because it's Dave?
Hearing as it goes, actually.
It's gonna look like conspiracy theory stuff, right?
It does. It is
it's
loading slowly.
It's really not conspiracy level stuff. It's just I'm trying to figure out how to make Hotland look real, or rather to how to make it make sense.
Dave sounding younger, exactly.
Literal scrawlings on the wall.
I'm actually surprised, Memes, you're the first one to say that.
This is 2.5 hours of work so far, right? And what this is trying to figure out how Hotland would look accurately in full 3D, right? Based off the original map. And I still can't figure it out, and I just want ideas. And the reason why it's being such a pain is because when you think about Hotland, I don't know whether you guys think about it as like multiple different caverns or something that are connected to each other or what. And then obviously
it's one huge cavern connected via elevators.
Ends up looking like...
What's that dialect anyway? North London. It's not North London. What I've done is I've lived in various different parts of the UK, and I've picked up a little bit of all over the place. And it also doesn't help that I speak a lot with like Americans, and I've worked with a lot of Americans, so I kind of mix it together a bit.
Mario, where you have the elevators, you have the different floors that are suspended against each other with like all this
Just a phone
metal
says,
work and everything.
hello.
It looks like every single Eddsworld montage you could ever come out of your ass.
John.
There is a scene in Undertale where you're walking around the core. The core is in
Yep.
the background. You can see it
Yep.
in the distance. It's a big giant cave.
Like that. But going off the other one at the beginning, going off the beginning one where we were saying it looks like it's split up into different rooms though, that would mean that we kind of have a couple of different rooms over here and then the giant one here, right? So then I was just messing around here. I was just, because I was going crazy. So...
Why, Toby?
Moody, I think you're slowly driving into madness, right?
VIP says, hi, hello. Can I call 911? So yeah, this is before Steamworks in Undertale Yellow, but this essentially was me messing around and getting Hotland to work, right? The idea was I just had to figure it out and try and do it in 3D. And then we worked a little bit on the core ages ago. I mean, compared to my tortured voice, Dave's pretty high. I mean, I can go pretty high when I want to be me, and then I can also go pretty low if I want to. You know, it depends who I'm feeling like at the time. So yeah. But funny enough, that's the first time anybody's mentioned that. So that's really good observation-wise.
These little pylon things. So what we've got are these. I can only assume they're like coolant rods or something like that, or whatever.
It's the day I sold my soul to help Moody with his peak project. Thank you very much, memes.
Like some kind of crazy design, and I just edited it slightly to make it look as though it's got like pipes coming out the top of it. That looks pretty cool.
So yeah, we were just messing around, working out the core as well.
But
and there we have the core, which I made in 3D. Which there was a couple of things that were like a work in progress, but then we get to the end of the video where I was simulating everything, and here, yeah, when I was messing around with the Sonic models, just to kind of block it all out. But here's Hotland, at least at the moment. Oh, I say that and the video crashes. Here we go. This all runs really well, by the way. How the heck are you, Dave? Says Frisk. Wait, what? So yeah, this is all Hotland. This is what we did like a couple of months ago. Dave is Dave, but also Moody is Dave. So yeah, that was like the last update I did on the Hotland area, right? And then we did the most recent one, which was, where is it? It's around here. Then we did the Christmas update, which is a really important one. Oh, that was where I was messing around and doing game theory jokes. But yeah, we did the core and everything, and then I updated the ruins. He's all the voices inside your head. That's literally Moody, you know. That's how Moody started. I mentioned that before. Show them the funny, they must understand. I'll do the game theory jokes in a moment. But yeah, this is currently the version of the ruins that we've got. Like, I detailed a lot more. It's gonna look a bit crap with the low resolution, but I love, like, I had to point this out to people. I also realize I'm not getting it on HD here. Just give me a moment. It looks way better in HD for obvious reasons. That moment when I relax my voice and immediately slip into moody. So, the cool thing about this, and I have to point this out so that people can see it. So Moody, if you need a second account, I got you, Susanjo. It's fine. So, the way that this works is everywhere that there are mushrooms, the mushrooms glow like they do in Waterfall, and that just lights up everywhere. That's why some areas are a little bit darker. But the cool thing about this, and the thing that I really like, is that if you look along the surface of the walls and everything, along here, along just the underneath, and on the roof here, you'll notice there's a pattern, right? Have you ever seen the inside of caves where light hits the water and then bounces off? That's what I'm emulating. You'll see it move very slightly. If I just showed this shot on its own, you'd be able to see it a lot better, but it's going to move through, but just keep an keep an eye out for that. You can just about see it move but the idea is it's meant to emulate that. I paid that much detail to it. I was like, I just need this to look the best it can. And then there's the save point. The save point actually has particles floating around it now, which is really cool. And then again, anywhere there's water like that, I've got that effect on it. So you can imagine what Waterfall looks like already. And then I've got all the spider webs hanging from the top here, which is really nice. Tons of mushrooms here. And then we've got the spider cider. I can't wait to reanimate this area with all the little spiders, because it's going to be so cute. And then Toriel's bit. I absolutely love Toriel's house. Like, I went so in depth with trying to make this look as best as it can, and I still need to do small, like, picture frames and everything, but wouldn't it be nice to code a game using this map? Yeah, I already thought about it. I even said at one point as a joke, with all the assets that I'm going to get from the community, I could literally create Undertale in 3D in Unreal Engine. But it's like, that would take way too long. Or rather, I could do the pacifist route, but probably not the genocide route, because of it taking an extremely long time to code. If I ate glowing mushrooms, would I become glow frisk? The thing is, I started using that mushroom thing all over the place, so imagine one of the areas that I show off in the trailer, the original trailer that I showed off before, was Asgore in bed where Toriel's filming him while she's doing the jokes for the VHS 1, I think it is, where they're both joking in the bedroom, and they're just like, oh, can't wait for this next child, which is, I think, either Kara or Asriel. They're just really happy. And with the side, like the bedroom light that they have, instead of having the proper lamp on, I've literally got a mushroom in a glass jar as like a little nightlight thing. It's pretty cool. It's a waste that all of those little details were covered in shades. The thing is, David, like, this isn't me criticizing, this is me genuinely looking for ideas. How would you do those scenes to make them better while also making them look dark? You know, because by all means, I'm open to ideas. Because I don't know how I could make them look good while also making them look dark at the moment. So I'm all ears for ideas. You know, that's what I'm stuck on at the moment. Alvin says, how's your day? Oh, I'll tell you in a moment, Alvin. It's going alright at the moment. But yeah, like down here, it's all lit realistically, and as a result, yes, it looks dark. Again, I'm open to any ideas on how to make it look better while also keeping that darkness. But yeah, that's all of the new version of the ruins, which looked really cool. Meme says, idea, simple, change the texture for the switch section in the ruins. You can make a ground... Oh, for a yellow reference. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Took me, make it simple as possible. In the complete direction says memes. No, like this this I needed to. You can play with contrast and brightness. Or can you play with contrast and brightness? I could in post-processing, but it would look weird and affect everything. Like in post, editing the video. So anyway, just before we get into showing off New Home as well, there's the jokes, right? Because every time I do a video like this, I have to do a joke just to, one, have a laugh and show off what happened in the community, and also just to keep everybody's attention at the start. I have this funny gag that, well, it's not exactly a funny gag, but I've been doing this thing where I start off videos almost as if I'm like, really? Really? We're doing this before the video? We want to go crazy before the video, you know? And I've just kept that theme going, and it's been dragging along for multiple updates. And what happened was, with this one, I'd already been joking and got a couple of MatPat avatars in VR chat. I was just messing around because I have this fascination with watching MatPat out of context. Because it just makes him seem absolutely crazy. Again, I don't hate MatPat. It's just the whole thing of those videos make him look crazy and it's so funny. So I was doing this for a while, just messing around, changing into MatPat avatars and running up to people and going, it's not a theory anymore. So we had like a month or two of that. And I recorded all of it, including some other character raids, and we just did it as an intro. So this is all of that joke in the intro.
Oh, hey. Welcome to the new Immersiontale update.
It was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile roleplay games of 2019! It's totally free!
I'm losing my sanity by a second.
This is what we get up to in VR chat when I'm just asking people what they think of the underground in 3D.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back there. You know who else has dementia? You know who else has dementia?
It's me, Markiplier.
It's me, Markiplier.
What you're about to see next is
Holy shit, it's not bad.
MatPat demands FNAF content. Here you go.
So cool, so cool, so cool.
Join us!
So cool, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool. Fuck yeah, I win.
You ruined FNAF!
Uncomfortable with all these Torios around.
Me too! My child! My child!
Oh goodness gracious! Oh no!
It's time to woo! Time to woo!
Santa's really nice, but that's just a theory! A game theory!
Mate, it's all over.
So yeah, that was just me messing around with a lot of people. Normally what I'll do is I'll go into the Undernet on VR chat and I'll ask people like some very confusing and serious questions about Undertale, like what do you think the entire Waterfall section looks like? And then after I've asked those questions, normally I'll just mess around and get the footage and then just use it as updates. We forgot to show them Popetail. Oh no, I was getting to that. It got so funny with this kind of thing that I started trying to do 3D blockouts of what I thought New Home would look like, and I got another game given to me by one of the people on my Discord, Damon, and the idea was that I would block out the design for New Home. Is that Rust? No, it was like Medieval Builder or something. If Damon's in here, Damon can tell you. But basically, people were messing around saying, is that Dave in creative mode? And it was just this medieval game where it allowed me to block stuff up. And I was like, I'll get a prototype of what I think New Home will look like in here. And then I'll just make that in 3D. It's a lot easier. You know, so we start doing this. That's just what I'm thinking. Next thing you know, you're going to call Undyne the Pope. Dude, don't make me do like a Pope hat for Undyne. That would. If I remember rightly, the reason why we said about a Pope hat for Undyne here was because we were messing around originally talking about differences between characters, and then just randomly out of nowhere, was it you memes that said we were having a mess around with like different characters wearing different things, and the idea of Undyne wearing a Pope hat was thrown out. And then it spiraled into its own joke, which then spiraled into its own AU.
Be funny.
You'll see where it comes from now.
Just have Undyne's music on. Dude, take a video of the Pope just like driving down through the Vatican and just have Undyne's music playing. On the picture, it's the problem of drawing his cloak. Ah.
So yeah, that became its own like joke AU, which is why we end up with like all the characters at the side of the screen sometimes. Like, it was Pope Undyne, Bishop Sans, sexy nun Metaton, and then Spanish Inquisition Papyrus. So yeah, we've been having a laugh with that. Well, I'll put them on in a little bit in the background. But then we got New Home here. I eventually kept working on it, and I was just coming out with the designs for everything. And I ended up making on stream 15 different buildings that are all, funny enough, they're from different games. I have zero knowledge on animation. I just hope you find a way to deal with it. Oh yeah, that's fine, David. Dummy Mommy Metatons is John. So, yeah, I was doing a load of development stuff here, and what I did was I made 15 different buildings, and they were based on buildings from different games. Like, literally, I just went into different games, looked at the buildings, and went, okay, I'll copy that and do them in the style of the ruins. And then I came up with this system with the help of one of the other community members, Bakers, that allows me to randomly generate buildings. People were already like, dude, why do you go through this much effort? Actually, it was more effort not doing this way. But yeah, doing 15 buildings was pretty easy and gives us a lot of variation. And then all I do is I put it through this special geometry node setup that we've got, and it will just randomly pick one of the buildings and place it wherever I want. So then I can just drag this all out, and as you can see here, it'll make a random building. So if I want to, I can just drag these any other area and it will just randomly pick different buildings. So it was a super easy way of doing New Home, and I'm doing that a lot with different areas, right?
And
here's New Home.
To this point, but here's New Home in all its HD glory. Exterior and interior all connected together. I hope you all enjoy.
It looks darker on screen than when it actually looks on my screen. On my screen, it's pretty bright. Can I have a character edition request as Angelo? By all means, shoot and see what happens. I'm honestly really proud of this area as well, just because all the details in it and everything, so good. Terrible PNG image of the cheese. Oh god. So that's the outside of the Judgment Hall there. It's based on a couple of designs for like English churches and cathedrals. And it actually has a heart or a monster soul on the end of it. I'd already done this version before, but then I I just upgraded it heavily. I give it new windows. I give it better details. This is the older version, right? This is the one that I did before. And then I redid it for the newer version again, so I could link it with the outside. Way more detail in the textures and everything. Just so good. And then what we do is we go from inside here to outside, we go straight into the castle. Make a terrible PNG image of the cheese, please. Not now, but later on, maybe. So we can see all of New Home from over here. Yeah, the stream is definitely not doing this justice as well, because I'm noticing how much darker it is on stream. Yeah, we've got the entrance hall to the castle, and then we've got the corridor that everybody knows just before the throne room. Should I make French Cara? I mean, if you want. You mentioned say like, yeah, memes, I'll tell you in a moment. I'll tell you the update today, because there are a lot more people that have come in. So this was literally before Christmas when I did this. There's all the throne room looking all nice, overgrown with all its vegetation. And then we end there, right? That's the end of that update until the Waterfall update. So the Waterfall update is the one I'm working on now, which is the one in the background currently. But for people that had just come in, you won't have heard at the beginning where I was mentioning what has actually been done. So recently started working on Waterfall and got like halfway through it. The only problem is the lighting, and it's complicated. Thanks, Google, says David. I could probably just try and brighten some areas and see how it looks. We'll see. But yeah, today's news is basically I got the money that I had from commissions and used that to get 8 other characters, one of which is a surprise, as it were, but that means 8 more characters to cast. So I'm going to go through the ones that I want to mention now, and you'll eventually see them in the movie if everything goes right with this commission. So we've got Fish Receptionist, which is the receptionist inside of the MTT resort that is in the dining room area. When you walk past her when you go into the lobby from when you talk with Sans. Then you've got Catty and Bratty. I needed both of them because you can't have one without the other. Then I got Lauren, which is the small monster that asks, can you kill a star, can you eat it in Waterfall? That's actually right around the area that I'm modelling at the moment. And then Whimsalot and Night Knight, which are both enemies later on in the game, round about the core, or the end of Hotland, and then Gerson. So Gerson I'm going to have at some point, exposing some lore to us. And then the last one, obviously, which I'm not going to name, which is a surprise. But yeah, that's me paying back into the community. Because I went to the Undernet Hub to get that. I was like, I think it'd be good to support the community and give back to it even more. So I found one of the creators that can do all of this and do it well, and decided, yeah, I'll do that. So I'm paying out for that at the moment. Then the other good news today was that I recently got back all of Toriel's lines, all of Monster Kid's lines, and all of Muffet's lines, so they're all done. So now the amount of dialogue that has been done is more than 40%. I'm going to have to actually redo the calculations on that, because I think we're about 50 now. or maybe a little bit more. But then on top of that, what ended up happening was, after getting that good news as well, I mentioned recently that Rev can't do Papyrus anymore. So I recast Papyrus as Sailor from the Discord. But what I did was, to help out Sailor to try and get the best out of the performance, Rev offered to give critique and feedback for Sailor's performance. So I hooked Sailor up with Rev through Discord. So, yeah. What's this he's doing? I'm new. I'm creating Undertale as a 3D movie. I may have to go get the trailer again, memes. We need the trailer. We need the trailer. Break out the trailer again, and the next moment have memes like, no! No! Don't get the trailer. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Oh. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But yeah, no, it's fine, memes. But yeah, I did give critique to Sailor before with Papyrus, and I said that the Papyrus impression was great. It just needed that emotional sort of like, the difference between where Papyrus shouts and then doesn't shout. Needs that little bit more oomph, because I described it at the moment as Papyrus talking calmly all the time, and it's like, if Sailor can just get that range of like getting out of the calm a little bit and getting more into the crazy sort of like, what are you doing, you know, then that'll be perfect. So it's a case of having to juggle in and out of that kind of craziness that Papyrus brings to everything. So hopefully with Rev's help, that can be done. And then, yeah, it's all good. And then I won't have to worry about Papyrus. Now I'm only worrying about Sans and Undyne for the moment, just because obviously with one character obviously needing to be recast, now I'm worried about the other two main characters that have a lot of voice lines. So I've already sent messages to people just saying like, look, we okay? And nobody's mentioned lines yet, so I'll wait till like the end of the month and be like, are we good for the lines still? Because we're getting close to the deadline. My partner voices goddamn Papyrus as memes. I'll voice cast it with 0 lines, says Angelo. I'm still not sure about that, Angelo. He does Papyrus lines non-stop. That shows he's committed then to giving like the best performance. You know, which is nice, I appreciate that. You know, just that whole thing of, like I said before, as long as that one little thing that's holding that back is literally just the range, the little thing of just being able to go into sort of like angry yelling and then come out of it again, long as that is done, no problem, you know. So yeah, I just hope it ends soon, says memes. It's all good. That's the thing though, it's like, when it comes down to people doing lines and stuff, it's like I've said before, I like getting people involved at the moment, primarily just because it helps the community, you know. I found a YouTube, and the answer is you need to hire a lighting team and a service team to fix those stuff. Seriously, how expensive is it to make a 3D movie? It's pretty expensive. What I might have to do, David, is just relight those areas a little bit brighter, but the problem is by doing that, sometimes you'll show off areas that you don't want to. So there's gonna have to be like tweaks done to the lighting. I'm gonna have to figure it out myself, but hopefully I can get that done so it's not too bad. Also, thank you very much The things he does for this project, says John. Yeah, I did not expect to, you know, be going all in money-wise for, like, commissions and stuff. But again, it's like, it's worth it if everything comes out the way that I want it. You know, and again, I'm giving back to the community, so it's not as if I'm not assisting in doing anything. So the way that I see it, it's a win-win. I get the models to animate and give people actual characters to play. The person doing the models gets the models, the money, and the extra portfolio stuff. It's a win-win for everybody. You know. So it's all good. This boy, John. Oh. But yeah, what I want to do as well is when those character models are done, I actually want to turn around to the artist in question and be like, just put them in VR chat as well. So you may end up seeing stuff like Gerson in VR chat eventually, which is going to be interesting. Everybody walking around doing Gerson impressions. Meme says, hey Moody, hello? You okay? We'll be on VR chat later today, possibly. I was half falling asleep when I started the stream up, so we shall see. We safe from the trailer. I think we are for the moment. Unless somebody else new comes in and goes, dude, what are you doing? Am I allowed to return? maybe, yeah. You're okay for the moment. Unless somebody comes in and goes, so anyway, I'm new here. What's going on? You know. Next moment the trailer comes John! Oh no! John's just messing around with you, by the way. I know he's not new. You guys are gonna drive memes insane? See, I just do this kind of stuff for giggles on VR chat. Everybody else is doing it actually in YouTube chat. Oh. We will hold a vote to see if I'm eligible for the voice of Gas's 0 lines after stream. Wait, are we going all political, like, voting system for line stuff now? When did we form a democracy? I was only asking since I'm hopping on VR chat. That's fine, memes, if you want to go jump on VR chat. The Great Papyrus says, hello, human! I'm new. Wait a minute. Did somebody just change their account to do that? Are you guys just like really messing around with me? yeah, somebody just changed. Somebody just changed. Memes, I think you better retreat to VR chat for now. When do I retire? Retire to VR chat now, just in case. They'll keep going otherwise. Poor memes. See ya. Oh. That moment when chat has seen the trailer like 1,000,000 times. Oh. You guys. Oh. Oh, fun times. I gotta see the trailer. Oh god. I'm trying to do these banks here, or embankments, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them smoother afterwards. Trying to make it look like Temmie's artwork. Bring out the trailer. But oh yeah, the sand scene. That was it. I'm actually new, but I came here only a little bit before you said that. It says, okay, right, so I'll get the other one then that has the sand scene in it, because I actually do have that. So yeah, for anyone that's just turned up, I'm slowly building and animating an Undertale animated movie, I'll at least get the Sans thing, because that's not actually part of the trailer. Where is it? It was one of the other updates. Hey, Sailor! That reminds me, Sailor, are you okay with me setting you up with Rev? Trailer time. No, I'm going to put the Sans one on. What happened? No, it's fine, it's fine. They're making me watch the trailer. No, it isn't. So I'm just trying to find the animation update one. There's the 30-second trailer without music. There we go. Memes, you're free from it. Oh wait, did I show up for an Undertale Yellow stream? No, hang on. So I'll show the 30-second TV slot that I actually did for the Undernet, because that doesn't have the music on it. There we go. No, that's the extended cut. Can I just do 30-second TV slot? And then we just... There we go. Okay, so here we go, right? So if you're wondering what's going on, I'm actually making an Undertale 3D movie out of the True Pacifist route. This is just a 30-second trailer of it without the audio. Because it keeps on haunting memes. This is the exact one that plays in the Undernet. But yeah, I'll keep that one on hand. I'm trying to find... I better not click the live stream one, otherwise it'll show my stream key. That would be bad. So, just give me a sec. I had to suffer through the world revolving memes. Have to suffer through the trailer. Yeah, John had to suffer me playing the world revolving like every chance I could get, and I think he heard it for like a month straight. So John's had it pretty bad too. Right, hang on. I gotta adverts. Chaos. It wasn't just the world revolving though. It was the one with lyrics. I can't remember which one it was. It was like Man on the Internet or something. I think that had done it. Dude, I'm trying to wait for these adverts to go. Killing me. It's the only problem. I use YouTube now without ad blocks because of the way that they did everything, and now I'm waiting forever to get rid of adverts. Hang on. I'm gonna listen to classical music, but better classical music than the classical music you're thinking of. Ooh, interesting. Oh, here we go. Here was the other one. John. Right, so this is let me see if I've got the right window here. Is that it? Is it? Hey, there we go.
We will now go run up to people.
And so this was one of the other updates for animation. This is where we just all had a laugh. This is where we first met Revtrosity, and we just went around the Undernet and just had a laugh rating as Toby.
Really busy.
I'm gonna get copyright strike for that now, or at least copyright claimed.
Seriously? Is this how we're gonna open a video?
You just have hopes and dreams on while Ralph is doing Orange Justice really fast. That was the other update, right? But this is what after we'd showed the trailer off originally. And then I got people's reactions to it, and then we started working on Asriel. I'll just explain this without talking over myself here for the moment. But yeah, I started working on Final Form Asriel because I really wanted this model, and I didn't have it. The Toby raid was really fun, by the way. Just all driving around in toy cars. I saved you from the trailer again, memes. But yeah, here we go. We got Asriel here. I've never seen the God of Hyperdeath yet, so he's really, Really nice. I'll put him on big screen. I even made like his arms look as though they're made out of like rubble. His wings do change color. They're just animated on like a video that keeps on looping that I got from like Photoshop that I ended up animating. Literally recorded myself in Photoshop and then just like put that on his wings texture. But then I did that, and then afterwards we were just messing around doing voice acting again. And I was messing around doing a load of editing. And then I got access to Mad Mew Mew's model. This was really early on. So Mad Mew Mew's going to be in as well. I already got her voice lines, if I remember rightly. Or the voice lines, I should say. Then we were showing updates to certain things. It was where I was doing the test for animation, where I was lip syncing to the voice actors. So we had this going on. It was pretty cool. I've just not got the audio in at the moment. And then I was talking here about the animations that I'd previously done. And some of the other bits that were showing up in the early versions of the trailers. This one of Toriel pushing the doors open was so nice to animate. It just leads straight out into Snowden. And then, of course, you've got the Skeleton Brothers. It's actually kind of funny that all the time with animating like this, and when I reanimate it, I'm going to do the same, is Sans is always either looking bored, like you'd expect, or looking at Papyrus like, you what? It's so subtle, but when you notice his motions, like every so often, like starting up here, I think he's looking off into he's looking at the floor while Papyrus is coming up with an idea, and then when Papyrus comes up with this wacky idea, he just looks at him and goes, wait, what? Hang on. There we go. His eyes dart over to him and he's like, wait a minute. But this was all like really slow animation. The other stuff's going to be even better in future because I learned how to animate better than this. This is just more or less like the block out now for getting the timing right. And then I just have to make it smoother. But here was the other cool stuff now, the other voice samples. That reminds me, I need to skip the Kara one because that was one that I heavily edited together that doesn't sound as good as the rest for the moment.
Ow! I'm alive? I'm alive!
Yo, you're a kid too, right? I can tell because you're wearing a striped shirt.
Asriel, the king's son, heard the human's call. He brought the human back to the castle.
Everyone is always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crises. Dreariness, crowding, lack of sunlight. I would join them, but I'm just not very funny. At least, I'm not making puns. See me. Si fa, so mi re.
Did you hear what they just said? They said a human wearing a striped shirt will come through. I heard that they hate spiders.
You idiot! In this world, it's kill or be killed!
You're about to face the greatest challenge of your entire journey. Your actions here will determine the fate of the entire world. If you refuse to fight, Asgore will take your soul and destroy humanity. But if you kill Asgore and go home, monsters will remain trapped underground. What will you do? Well, if I were you, I would have thrown in the towel by now. But you didn't get this far by giving up, did you?
So that was that update from a while back. That's quite a while ago, but I've still updated things. I really love the Sans one. It's even better when you put the choice on in the background. So good. Like there was some subtle things with Sans though, like here, like at the moment, it was the whole thing of how do you make him look really emotional and really sort of like kind of just like fed up with everything, but also have to convey the seriousness of the situation. So it's like you give him a bit of hand movement. And then you make him look towards the light for a little bit of hope. Then you give him a little bit of an eye thing to give him that sarcastic look. And a bit of a head tilt as well to give him a bit of attitude. And you have one hand in his pocket still. And then it's like, That's the part where he talks about Asgore destroying humanity. It's like you got to make him really emphasize it, so you have him like grasp at the earth and look as if he's crushing something. And then his eyes, they don't blink. The skeletons don't blink because they have no eyelids. So instead, you just raise and lower the socket height to make it look as though they've got emotion. You know. And then you have him throw that back there. His expression is a little bit more sad. And then you have him look at the window again and put his hand back in his pocket. Because at this point, he's literally like, look, it's your choice what you do at the end of the day. But you might make or break the entire underground. You know, you got to choose wisely. And then he's like, just don't give up, okay? He's looking at the floor and then he looks back at you. And then he's like, eh. I absolutely love that. Like, I was so happy when I animated that, and I still am happy with that one. If you throw that up at some point on your YouTube and then put the choice on in the background, Lo-Fi did such a good job with that. So good. That's the thing is, since that, it's literally been. It's unlike everybody. Wait, what? 1 like equals 1 free cup of frisk and Dave. Wait, what? Oh yeah, don't go messing around with the likes and dislikes too much because it'll actually ruin the video for the algorithm. What will happen is instead of people actually finding it, nobody will find the project. That's the worst part about YouTube. It'll trash everything. It can trash it pretty easy. YouTube be like, so you want to get found through the algorithm? Tough luck. It's just like, no, because I'm actually, the thing is, around about this time of year is when you normally get people coming in and like viewing more than say like summer or whatever. So if there's any chance of people finding this, it's going to be now. And then they just won't find it after this. Because the way that YouTube hides things. Let me voice cast it. No! To put the trailer on. No, I'm not driving memes insane again. I'm gonna go in VR chat and memes is gonna kick my ass. And it's not as if I can turn around and be like, chat made me do it, you know. Unless there genuinely is somebody in here that wants to see it, but I've already shown it a bunch on stream, so. No more trailer. Oh, I love that one by Frisker. Like and subscribe from every YouTube nerd. You say it like it's a bad thing, says John. What, for the trailer? I just don't want to drive memes crazy is all. I like talking to them. Driving somebody crazy and doing that would be hard. You know. It'd be hard to explain later on. It'd be like, so anyway. You say it like it's a bad thing. No, you're getting your ass whooped. Oh, god damn it, John. For like the 10th time today. Let me voice cast his lines, says Angelo. No! No! I feel like well, not exactly Flowey, but Asriel at this point was like, just let me win! In this case, it's like, just let me work! You need a mod for these people asking the trailer for a timeout. Nah, we're good. Breaks down door. Hey, did somebody mention Immersiontale trailer? What you doing in here? Just watching the Immersiontale trailer. Sobs uncontrollably. No joke, I know people like in chat that have said they've watched the trailer like over 20 times in one day. I was like, wait a minute, what? That has me genuinely fascinated as well. You need a mod? I can always just get, what was it, Nightbot? Moof says, I am one of those people that watch the trailer 20 times in one day. That's dedication. What we need right now, not the trailer. Right, let's do this. I'm gonna change the marsh here a little bit. What I'm gonna do is have it do this instead. Because I need it to go down, so... Memes, you best just escape into VR chat. I am on VR chat, says Memes. No! Can't escape the trailer then, apparently. So what I'll do here is extrude that there, right? And we're just gonna have that be like a stepped plateau. So that's gonna go straight to the door there. And then I can have like a step round here. And then the rest is gonna be water as well. So all this over here. Oh, come on now. Right, I just need to put some more around the side there. So if I do like this and just go so, just do this. I might actually follow this part of the map for this bit. Seems legit. We can just do that and then just bring it round again. But not have it join up there. I can just have that be like a bridge or something. But yeah, this is the only way I could get the marsh to work. The funny thing is, everyone will be like, dude, you've been doing nothing all night. You've just been showing everybody the trailer and talking about updates and stuff. But genuinely, like, this is the best part about this because it's super easy to texture now and I know where everything goes. Are all the models and voices for the game? Yes. It's not a game as such. I'm doing it as a movie. Dave, I'm a bonk your avatar. No! Add water. I mean, I can do that. Hang on. A movie, but better. No, I just want it to be good. It's like I've said before, I just want it to be good. And I want it to be that good that people can just enjoy it, you know? Let's see here. That goes there, right? But I can bring this out just a little bit. To about there, probably. Now, normally the garbage dump would be over the edge, but... Meme says, Moody, hello? We okay there, Memes? I just realized that... why is that there? Ah, that's a pain. That needs to be there, which means now I need to change around this. Oh, pain. The pain. Right, so that's throwing a spanner in my works there. So if I do bridge there, get rid of that. Bridge. Meme says, you have one reaction that I can possibly give. Oh no. Undyne goes to Frisk. Frisk has a Sans plushie. Undyne asks Frisk why they have a Sans plushie. And he says he's coming for you. And Sans beat up Undyne epically. Wait, what? Getting the water source to work. Yeah, like, the water's easy to get to work. I just need to make sure that all this is lined up. Water's like the easiest thing to do. You just press water and it adds water. Then I just gotta make it actually look like water. Let's just put that there. Okay, that lines up a little bit better. That's fine. Now I'm just gonna add these other little bits in, to which should probably just be like a small island over there. Probably lower this here. What the heck is going on here? Nope. Big nope. That should not be there. Is that on the roof as well? No, it isn't. Will the models be downloadable for us to use? They're already available in VR chat and found online. Like, I've put in the credits where you can actually get all of them. So when it comes out, you'll actually be able to see exactly where I went for all of the models. But a lot of them are literally just from VR chat. They don't be looking identical, triggers me, says John. I mean, it's the easiest thing to do, John, rather than making unique textures and models for every single one, you know. It's awkward, but yeah. But yeah, the fun thing about this is just being able to source all the models from stuff like VR chat. And then, obviously, the model resource as well, which I think everybody's familiar with. Or should be. Okay, so, got that going on there. And then what I'll do is, down here is where we'll do that step down. So, let's see what we got here. Actually, wait, if I do a step down there, that's going to be awkward. Because the idea would be to have, like, it fall off there. But I'm already doing other waterfalls, or I want to put one in, like, at the back here anyway, so maybe not do that, especially because of how it's going to be. What about the maps, since you're making them after all? I do want to make these open source, or at least my idea is, so hopefully I'll keep that in mind, and then by the end of the project, I'll be like, yeah, okay, open source. Because I want to put them in VR as well, so. Okay. Wait, what? I don't understand that, Frisk. I really don't understand that one. I'm not gonna say anything though. All I saw was racist, and I'm like, oh, what now? And then immediately my brain was like, I'm not saying anything. Wait a minute, why is that like that? That should not be like that, which is really weird. Oh wait, that's what it means? I've never heard it like that before. Yeah, that's not acceptable in chat. That's seriously not acceptable in chat. I'm gonna sue you for a pack of donuts, Dave, says John. No, not the donuts. I've not even had any in ages. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, no. That's not good. So that's... Right, okay, that's a major thought in my side now, just when I thought that was done. Wait, what? I just saw that chat message there and I'm like, wait, what? I now have to fix this, and for anyone who doesn't know how important this is, basically it's like, everything has to be a square. If it's not a square, it's bad. And it's a case of just making sure that this is all squares. The only problem is when I get to there like that. Because I thought I'd had this done before, but apparently something went wrong. Frisk model. Oh, yeah, this is such a unique and easily recognizable model. I don't see too often. I can recognize this as Moody's model. Oh, this isn't my like the Frisk model isn't my model. Like I've said before in previous streams, I do not take credit for any of the models that aren't mine. And of course, a lot of them I've said I've borrowed. So I've even got that in the credits as well. Like, the credits literally details everything that's mine. Which is still quite a lot. Oh, that should fix that up. I just need to fix those edges now, and then we're good. That needs to be dragged out to about there, and then there we go. Thank God that's fixed now. Unhide that. There's the water. The water's just over there for the moment. We love squares. Lawsuits go brrr. Wait, what? I don't even. So yeah, the reason why everything has to be in squares is just if I want to give it more detail, it's easier doing it in squares. It's just standard practice for 3D modeling. And then I'm just like being lazy here with some of these other bits. I say lazy, but at least it's just kept everything easy to do. And then for like here, let's have that be the edge of another waterfall, which I think I can do. Although, the thing is, if I do that, I'm extruding down there. What's that look like from above, actually? Hang on. If I save that and go find my actual waterfall. Where is it? Waterfall. Ah, there we go. So what does that look like from above? Looks okay, but it's gonna look weird because of the cutoff there. So yeah, probably not that. Shoves into a wall. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I've got water. So basically, I'll show you, right? I'll show you what happens with squares and why we use them. So with squares like this, normally if you want to add more detail, right, you go into, say like this, and you click subdivide. And as you can see, what that does is it creates more squares. The more squares we have, the more detail. And then obviously, like before, it was just a normal cube. Now we can just play around with it and do whatever we want, right? So, we can then turn around and be like, okay, maybe we want more. We can keep going and just adding more if we want and get more detail. And we can start making a crazy like shape out of this if we want. But the thing is, if I was to do that with, say, like, tries, if I was to do all of this and just go, what's it, face, triangulate, right? Then what you start seeing is you can't get as much detail on triangles because you can't manipulate those points the same way as you see here. And also, because of the way that triangles work, you get odd issues with shading. Like the shading doesn't look right sometimes, it will just look terrible. So the idea with 3D is you try and make sure that you have as little triangles as possible, so that everything is in squares. That way you get the maximum amount of detail and the shading looks great. You'll see in-game what happens is when you put stuff into like a video game, because the way video game engines work, they calculate everything and turn it into triangles anyway, but that's just because of how the graphics processing part works, to make sure everything looks right on screen. But for actual 3D modeling purposes, it's just better practice having everything be in quads. So yeah, it's the easiest way of explaining it. Like for instance, here we've got this, and if I apply shading to this, we go shading smooth, right? It turns a cube into a very, very smooth cube, right? But then if I start messing around with this, I say like 45 for this. If I start messing around and I start doing, say, tries everywhere, like if I put connect vertex path, what we end up seeing here is that if I just leave this or mess around with, say, like one of these angles or something, not really got a light in scene, but we'd start seeing shading issues across this surface here, especially if I started stretching it out, you know. So it's crazy. Whereas, especially like with a cube, first thing a lot of 3D artists like to do as well when they first get into 3D is get as much detail as they can so they can play around with it. So the first thing they do is they come here and they do the worst thing ever, which is they do subdivision surface this way. And of course then you've got a sphere out of a cube. And that's just because we've added tons of detail. But then of course they go, oh look, the sphere isn't smooth. So they start adding more and more detail until it's smooth, right? The only problem is then you have a sphere that's made up of like, how many polygons is that actually? Let's find out. Statistics. So yeah, 24,000 faces. And some games do not like that. Like for instance, you have limitations on how many faces you can have in a game. For instance, old PlayStation games, you won't have a character that's above like 500 faces, I think. They all had to be relatively low, which is why everything looks like boxes from like 1990 to 2000. And then even then after 2000, they were getting really picky with stuff. So in like 2000 to about 2010, everything used the same thing for like cylinders, where instead of having a 32-sided cylinder here, they'd have like between a 6-1 to a 10-1 maybe. You'd see that occasionally, so you'd get anywhere in between like 8 or whatever. But before then as well, if people wanted to emulate like cylinder stuff, they'd just do different shading and just make a box out of it and rotate it so it looked like a diamond. So it's crazy. What are the characters will you look for next? I have got 8 more that are coming. Let's see. Just got a message from memes then. Yeah, I've got 8 more characters coming. One is a secret at the moment, which will probably be in the next announcement, whenever that is. I'm getting done. Fish Receptionist, Catty, Bratty, Gerson, Lauren, Whims a lot, and Night Night. And then the secret character. But yeah. Anyway, hope that explains 3D as well a little bit, so yeah. And the secret character again is not Gaster, I've mentioned that before. So yeah. That one's going to be an actual interesting thing to see what people's reaction is to that one as well. Okay, let's do this. Try and get more of this done. Nuke's estate cutely. Do you play Lethal Company? Yes. I do play Lethal Company, but I only play it with like the people that I play it with my best friends, and that's about it. Oh. Yeah, I'm on now. What's that? I need to manipulate all these other things so that they're in place. Will there be a full model of Onion San? I have one that's in the works at the moment that I did do ages ago, but it looked terrible when I did it. So I actually need to see if the one that I got back from one of the other artists that I asked for help, I need to see whether what they've done is a good fix for it. I have yet to check that out. In fact, I could always check it out. Hang on, where is it? Because Cathol did it. Cathol's known for doing sands and papyrus in the Unnet, and I asked them to check out Onion Sand because of Onion Sand being really bad. I think it was the download version of it that I've got. Hey, Onion Sand rigged. So there was mine, my really bad one, and then there was the one that Cathol did. Thing is, the eyes they're okay, but we need to check this out because it's pretty like flat in 2D. I'm sure Onion Sand will make it eventually. That looks way better than mine though. Mine looks terrible. I'm gonna have to play around with that. Does that have any blend shapes at all? No, it doesn't. So I'd have to do the shape keys as well. What's been done there to that? Well, let's find out how that's been done, because I actually asked. Oh, wait a minute, is this? I'm trying to figure out how that's been done. Has that been booleaned into a mouth? Hang on. Yeah, that's a... I need to fork out more money for Onion Sand. It's a boolean. Booleaning stuff like that does not work and it's not clean. That's not how you do stuff. Oh. That moment where I literally grabbed my hair there for a moment. I was like, no! It looks pretty funny. The thing is, like, Onion Sand is already pretty awkward to get right, so... I'm probably going to have to commission Onion Sand afterwards. As like a 9th character now. Because Onion Sand I really can't miss out either. Because of how that's a main point of Waterfall, so... Chill music. Right, let's drag that this way. Then again, Cathol did say that they really didn't do anything other than sands and papyrus, so that might be my fault, that. Like, yeah, just take a go at it and see what you get. And then I hadn't actually checked that file in ages, and the next moment I'm like, no! Aside from Onion Sand, which character models do you plan to make? Out of the ones that we're currently missing, I've actually commissioned from the community Fish Receptionist, Catty, Bratty, Gerson, Lauren, Whimsalot, and Night Night. Let's see. Oh, Sailor, if you've not already seen, if you're in chat, Rev responded to you. Rudy, when did you start playing horror games? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I was never really into horror games, and then like I went into university. My best mate was like, "Yeah, you should play Dead Space." I played the first Dead Space, and it traumatized me quite literally. And then I've been desensitized to horror games ever since. So it's like I enjoy playing them now more, and I don't get too scared at them. But yeah, Dead Space broke me, man. The original Dead Space broke me when I first played it. It's just like, ah! It's what happens when you go from playing no horror games to the horror game that was like big at the time. Although, do you class Resi 4 as a horror game? I think it's more of an action game because that's the only other one I played before that. It's like, oh, I played Resi 4. And the next moment it's like, no! Hey, Mims! For me, it was Siren and Silent 2. Ever thought of playing horror games on VR? I have. I've tried playing Alien Isolation a bunch of times, but every time I do, it crashes, which is awkward. I could always play the FNAF stuff in VR. That'd be fun. Ooh. Then again, I'd have to do it when my little girl's awake, so I'm not waking her up. You know, so that might be awkward for everybody else. Am I the only person who's played Resident Evil Village and Halo? I did play Village, but I didn't really like it too much. As for Halo, yeah, big Halo fan. Or rather, used to be a big Halo fan until Halo 4 and Halo 5. And then kind of dropped off after that. Massive Halo fan back in the day. Oh. Halo was the first community I got death threats from as well for modding it. Like, I hope you die. It's like, oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Alien Isolation is a scary game. Forget VR, I won't be able to handle it. It would be pretty fun. It would be pretty fun in VR. I'd still try it in VR, to be honest. Because I think that'd be really fun. Halo has a pretty hardcore fan base. Pretty much. I need to get back on Halo again. I keep saying that, but nobody on Discord plays it with me. Either that or they seemingly play it when I'm not on. You know. That reminds me, if I can get this set up and at least simply textured today, and I can finish off the marsh tomorrow at most, and then I can have a laughing on Manic Miners tonight. So I actually wanted to do that as well. I've been saying it to Jen all night. I'm like, Jen, Manic Miners, because she turned around and went, yeah, I've got you Rock Raiders for the PS1, and it was like, oh my god. So fun times. Okay, can I bring that back? I feel old if people are playing at Apex and that young, says David. Nah, it's all good. Ooh. Come on now. So I reckon now if I do this, get rid of some of this crap at the back of this model here that I don't need. Have I got anything else underneath it? Maybe not now. So what we have is kind of like a prototype for the marsh. And there's just going to be like a load of trees up in here and marsh stuff. I used to play a lot of Titanfall 2 and couldn't get into Apex. I played Titanfall 1 quite a lot, and then I didn't really like Titanfall 2. I couldn't get my head around all the advanced movement and stuff. It just wasn't my thing. Titanfall 1 was really good though. I absolutely loved that. So here we go. Turn that into a it's like this grassy riverbank thing. Come on now. Don't want sculpt mode. What I want is to select all those faces and hit smooth. And then away we go. I preferred Unreal and Quake, says Damon. Oh, dude. Unreal 99 in 2004 and Quake 3. Peak arena shooters. I think my main fighting games I'd play was Super Smash Bros, Apex Legends, and Street Fighter. Ooh, nice. I know somebody who played Killer Instinct professionally. I still talk to him. I think they're on the VR chat now. Okay, so then I do the other side of that there and it's done. Right, let's see. Then we just put the water in. It's the funniest part there, so you can just throw the water in and we're done there. I just need to get it at the right height. Did I set the... Ooh. Okay, let's see how high that goes. That's actually not too bad. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's do that slightly because of everything else. Let's see what that looks like in here. Yep, okay. Then we just let that play. Does it clip through the floor? No, it does not. Does it clip through the floor here? No, it does not. There we go. That looks really nice. Nah, it'll be better when I've shown you it with textures on and everything else, but that'll be when I do the update properly. So, as at the moment, it's just a plane like this, unless I do that. What is that? There we go. There you can see that animating a little bit, but the thing is, I need to have it be the other version of this, which glowed. And for that, there's a controller for it, if I remember rightly. I think it's that one. We got water. I think the glowing one was controlled like this. It wasn't so much that it was fully glowing, it had glowing particles in it because of the way that it renders stuff in 3D. Come on. Did you? Ah, there we go. There we go. So what was the setting for this? If I go into the other file, I'll show you why glowing water is not working particularly well and why I've had to do it like this in a moment. I'm just trying to figure it out in the other file that I've got here. Waterfall. Where is it? Where's the test? Test file, test file. Fall test. Nope. That's the tree. There we go, test. Let me voice cast as Alexis Angelo. No! No! Okay. Right, just let me check this. Oh, 0.2 for the glow. Okay, so 0.2. Right, and I'll show you this in the other file that I've got open, and then we'll go back into here. So we'll just save that for a moment. Let me do it. No! Okay, so I'll show you in the other file. Ever thought about doing other things? For example, Undertale yellow or red? At the moment, no. People have been asking me to put yellow Easter eggs and stuff and references in, which is pretty easy. For one of the extra characters in the background, I was actually thinking of getting some of the stuff from yellow, like Bartle. So yeah, that would be cool. As in doing voice or modeling. Modeling. Okay, so here we go. So, for context, this is a test scene, right? The idea of a test scene is that we put everything that we'd normally find in the scene and then have it with the lighting and everything else that we kind of expect the area to have. And it'll give us an idea of how it will look, and then we can turn around and go, okay, I want it like that. Or, no, I don't want it like that. You know, we can tweak things in here without me having to build something for like 3 weeks and then be like, oh, the lighting doesn't look right. You know. So yeah, it's basically benchmarking. So what we have here, I've shown this off a bunch of times. We've got different stuff. We've got like the save point. We've got the pollen for the flowers later on in the echo flower field. We got the glowing trees, which I've actually lit up better in the other version. We have the water here, and then we've got the glow of the ripples of the water along the side of the wall here, right? So, there's memes here before I say this is Alfonso. No, don't say it. So, why not? I'm messing at the moment. But yeah, with the water, right? The way that the water works in Waterfall is it's supposed to glow and it's supposed to be see-through, right? Pod Gaming says, I think it'd be honest and adorable if Red made a cameo somewhere. Ah, that's a good idea. I may or may not use that in future. But yeah, water normally for Waterfall has to be glowy, right? In every bit of artwork, it's full glow, right? So it doesn't look like this. The problem is, it also has to be see-through. And you can't do both see-through and glowing at the same time and make it look like water in Blender. At least in the one that I'm using at the moment. It's not possible. So, we can either have it as water with glowing particles in like this, which is a nice compromise in that it looks like water and has some glowing particles in it, or I can show you exactly what it looks like if we get it as accurate as possible, right? And that is putting it on full blast and then taking off the stippled effect that we have on it. So get ready for this, right? Take that off there. We should. Bam. See what I mean? Imagine everywhere looking like that. It's way too bright. It hurts your eyes. It's not good. So I had to make a compromise. You know, like you can't see any of the stuff. It's like, it's so painful to look at right now. Toxic waste. It's incredibly painful to look at without, you know, lowering the opacity now. Looks like Half-Life. So yeah, as you can see, even if we set it to low opacity, it still doesn't look like water. All it does is raise up and down, but you don't have that ripple effect in the water anymore. You don't have it glowing properly. And the more glow we put on, the more solid it looks. And I think that's why Toby in the notes that he made for the concept art has said, yeah, it shouldn't be cyan because it'll just look like crap. Which is why I've had to make this compromise. So, you know, this, again, this makes the best of both worlds. We can see through it. It looks like water. It's got the ripples in it. But a bit like in real life where you can get little organisms that light up in the water that actually look like this. We've just done that. So we get the best of both. It looks like water and it glows. So yeah, pretty crazy. That's just how I've had to do it. As for the trees here, I've actually lit them up better in the full version. I'll try and do something similar here to show you. What I ended up doing was something like this, where I put a light above. Out here, I think it was. Let me make it cyan, right? About the... It looks pretty awesome, says Damon. Thank you very much, Damon. And then what we do is... Now you can say there's like 1,000 characters. So I put that about there so we can see like the tree trunk, right? And then we do a arena or area light straight down. Have that be a disc. And then we hit that with about, I think it was 50 or something stupid. And then we do custom distance for that. We can tweak that if we want. That was kinda how I managed to get that to work as well in the proper version. Ban the old account, wait, what? Damon's new, you should play the new trailer. It's been 20 minutes since we saw the trailer. The funny thing is, I used to be able to just pull it up in Blender. I might have to get like a different version of stuff so I can just pull it up in Blender. Waterfall looks gorgeous so far though. So the funny thing is, this isn't even the nicest part of it. Like, this is just a couple of things that I threw together, right? So imagine all of this, and then on top of it, we've got other areas that have this waterfall in, right? That I came up with. That's using textures from Dead or Alive 4 for the Xbox 360. But we've got this going on. This effect for the water here looks a lot better. And then on top of that, I've got like a bunch of other effects going on to make everything just look a lot cooler and more crazy and stuff. So there's that, and yeah, I used Dead or Alive. I used Dead or Alive 4's textures for this. So yeah. Are the water flies edible? No, no. So for this, the stage, what was it, Waterfall Valley or something from Dead or Alive 4? That's the textures from that. All of the textures. Because what I've done is, again, with a lot of this stuff, I've sourced it from other places because it's quicker. You know, it's quicker than me having to spend years upon years building everything from scratch. People do that like for like VR stuff. It's fine and everything, but because I want to get this done and I don't want to spend forever making every single texture and stuff. It's just like I'll just source stuff really quick if it works and be like, there you go, and then it's in the credits as well. It's like I was saying before, some of the buildings for New Home are actually like, I've just copied the exterior look of them. As in, like, I've gone into a video game, looked at a building and gone, that looks cool, I'll make the same rough layout with the same window and door positions. You know, so what we have is buildings from stuff like Sonic, Super Smash Bros., Super Mario Sunshine, Final Fantasy 15... You know, they're all mixed in to make New Home in the Ruins. It's really weird. It works. You know, but... It's pretty funny. I mentioned those in other updates where I was like, I've done this, I've done that. It's like a lot of the scenery that I use is from Zelda and things. Like, if I've not made it myself, a lot of the scenery is borrowed from either, like, Zelda or a Sonic game. I think recently... Where was the... Because I've got a bunch of files here that I downloaded stuff and then edited it from. Oh yeah, there we go. We've even got the freaking Switch, right? If anyone knows Miitopia on the Switch, I have the telescope model from that. Then we've got stuff like, where is it? It's that one. Oh yeah, there's a wooden sign from Tears of the Kingdom. And then Tears of the Kingdom lily pads as well for that. There's another flower there from Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, really. It's like I've said, I use these models from everywhere and then just edit them and stuff, so, you know. It's like if you were wondering where most of this is coming from and how I'm able to do this quickly, it's literally because I'm not spending so much time modeling absolutely everything. Not scenery-wise anyway, with like the actual model layouts, yeah, but for scenery, it's just like I will grab anything that looks like it works and then throw it in, and if it actually does work, then I'll keep it. If not, then I normally delete it and go for another style, you know. The pink eye you get for the telescope, oh yeah, that's gonna be fun to animate. But yeah, that's basically how I do stuff. It's like, cause funny thing is, I used to, when I used to do like level design and everything else ages ago for like mods and other video games, I literally used to model and texture everything by hand, and that was crazy. Really crazy. But the cool thing now is, because the rest of the area is dark, we can now see the water moving up and down here in the actual area that we've made, so we can make sure I go here. Stream died. No, it shouldn't have. I'm still going. So there we can kind of see the water moving and everything now inside the newer part of the level. And this is going to be the marsh, which is supposed to be a really dark area. Forgot I'm working on French Cara. So with this, it needs to be like grassy, right? So if I'm gonna have a laugh and see if I can get like a dark blue grass texture or something, or just make one up. So we'll do. I can think of a few places to get textures for grass. Should even just go ahead and have a laugh and just look at Zelda or something. Just go straight to Zelda. Let's see what I got. That reminds me, the crystals that populate Waterfall are actually from Pokemon Colosseum, I think, or something like that. Where is it? I'm trying to remember. It's either Pokemon Colosseum or Pokemon XD. There was Tomodachi Life's crystals. I don't think I used those. Yeah, there we go. Crystal Colosseum from... Oh no, it's an MMD stage? Was it converted? Let's see. Let's quickly try and find a grass texture here and see which one looks like it's gonna work. Tara tried stabbing you with a baguette, it didn't work well. 3DS Animal Crossing for grass textures. No, that doesn't look like grass. It's got too many shapes in it. Although, I wonder what that would look like if I edited it in Photoshop, made it blue, and then blew it up using AI to like 4K. That's another thing that I've done as well, is edit textures like that. Where I'll be like, oh, this looks nice, but it's too low resolution because it's from a 3DS, and I'll just go online and use one of the free AI processing things to blow it up to like 4K. Did YouTube stop you from being able to delete comments on streams? No, it didn't. I've just kept all the comments around. Why? As for, will there be an immersion rune? Oh, you mean like for Deltarune? I don't think so. I don't think so. People have been asking me that already and been like, dude, are you gonna do this for Deltarune and stuff? And I'm just like, I think this is gonna be the only time that I do this, but I'd like to potentially, if this goes as well as I want it to, I'd like it to spark interest in that kind of thing so that somebody else in the community can do it in future. That would actually be really cool. Oh. What the heck, Damon? How it worked, this move. Wait, what? I have no clue what's going on right now while I'm trying to edit this texture. Oh, that texture does not look good. That was comedy gold. Wait, what? I am unsure of what is going on here. Should I be worried? Nutcracker couldn't understand how to delete comments. Alfonso deleted and commented and then immediately deleted. Oh, I get you, I get you. Right, so I'm just gonna have to go get grass from another thing. So this is a good one, right? I always go to a backup file that I have on my hard drive because I did a load of modding ages ago. I have a load of my modding files from my ancient backup file, and by ancient I mean I have files on backup from like 2004. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're getting grass. We're getting grass. So let's go here. Let's go to old archives. Hey, 2007. Textures. Nope. Let's try. There's a specific file that I'm looking for because people will have a laugh with this when I grab it because this game's notorious. I just need to find the right folder here. Maybe it's under next gen files. Oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. So I just casually have all of the CD dump for Sonic 06. Like literally the entire game, the models, the textures, everything. It's just all dumped on one of my old hard drives from like 2005 that I just kept on there when it came out, and then I had somebody dump the CD, and then I casually got hold of a extraction program that allows me to extract the models from it as well. Where you Coca-Cola at? Oh, Jeff's here. Jeff's here. I can throw Jeff up if you want. Bye-bye. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one of the stages that has grass, and I'm just going to take the grass texture from it. Let's see. That's not a texture file, that's a model file for collision. Texture pack 2? Let's see. It'll be Town A, maybe? Oh no, Town A is the bit that looks like Italy. Oh no, wait, there we go. So can I... There we go. Can I just like take that file and just drop that in? Oh no, I love the way I'm like trying to open the texture file in the live stream. I actually accidentally dragged it into the live stream window. Oops, can I just do that? Yep, there we go. Now I've got grass. Okay, I was doing Royal Guard Patrol, but sadly my battery died. How's your day been going? I'm going great, Alvin. So what we'll do is, hue this kind of like a bluey color. And then, you guys won't see this until I apply it. Change the brightness and contrast. Hype the contrast up, lower the brightness down, maybe? I'm trying to make the Undertale in Minecraft, says Alvin. Oh, nice. Let's try this. Adjust. On that. And then we go exposure. Play around with that a little bit. It's about maybe about there. I might need to edit this a little bit more. Let's try and just blend these two together with a filter. Might not work all too well. If it doesn't, I'll just make it blue or something, or just... Let's think. Actually, I don't need that, because I can just, instead of doing the grass, we can just keep out of that file for the moment, right? I can just make this the same as everything else with the floor. I don't need it as EXI. If I put EXI on, that's going to spoil things. So for anyone who doesn't know, all the stuff that I've got, normally, oh, I'm in the way here. For naming convention, normally I'll do like waterfall door, waterfall floor, water sausage, glowing water for names. But if I add some extra details to like a shader to make it look better, I'll normally put EX afterwards, which just stands for extra. But I recently did one for adding even more cool effects to stuff. And yeah, that one is just EXI, which is extra important. So, or extra improved. So, that's pretty cool. It'll mean nothing to you guys until you actually see it, but like now we can go ahead and just like make this look cool instead of having it look completely crap. Like you can already kind of see a little bit of EXI over there. Can I just like get rid of EXI here? This looks beautiful. No. Trust me when I say, Alvin, it's not the most beautiful yet. We got color. Yeah, normally I don't show off too much of the color and stuff until later on, so we got that there. And if I just do, actually, if I can probably project by view there, right? Let's see what that looks like. Moody is the other guy, indeed. Right, so what we do is we need to make that the size of Frisk, really. Oh, ideally. What we do is we take Frisk and we put Frisk down here. Where are you? Everything is measured in Frisk. So this is how big Frisk is going to be in the room. Oh, yeah, that's a really big area to go in, but that's going to be cool. Like, it's slightly bigger than the game, obviously, but to make everything feel that little bit cooler. So what we need to do here is get this texture and make it actually fit Frisk. Big area, small Frisk. Well, it's like I wanted to make the underground feel pretty massive and also claustrophobic at the same time, which is why we've got all these like individual tunnels that go everywhere. I love the way you can see part of the EXI there. It's just like, nope. How many Frisks in a mile? Oh god, I'd have to find out. I'd have to measure and be like, okay, what's a mile in one of these levels, and then measure how many Frisks are in it. Let's see, shading. No. Oh, it's that one. Not gonna lie, I got a tiny bit of a headache now because I was up since like 5 this morning, but it's fine. It's a mountain. It's all good. Of course it's claustrophobic. Yeah, but I mean like some areas don't look too claustrophobic, but how many waterflies does it take for Frisk to screw in a light bulb? Wait, what? Here, Moody names, Moon Map, Moon Chat, Fell Data. Oh, AU names. Alvin, I love the way you've started instigating map pack appearances in VR chat again. Will you be in VR chat? Maybe. Probably not tonight, memes, unless it's like really important. Because if it is, then I can just like jump in the next like what, 5-10 minutes for a little bit. It's failed data. Let's see how that looks compared to. Oh. Okay. But yeah, if you need me to jump in, then I'm more than happy to. You know. I need to join this up here, and then we can edit that. I need to try and do the crazy thing of projecting this so that it fits. Bring Jeff with you into VR chat. Memes has Jeff in VR chat. Memes was the one that made the physical representation of Jeff, after all. After one of the stories that I told about how Jeff was actually a real thing. To which everyone was like, wait, what? Will Frisk have a gun like in Immersiontale? Oh god! Alvin, no matter how much you ask, I'm not gonna make Frisk into a school shooter. Trying to make sure this lines up here. Not a school shooter, says. Oh, I get you. Okay. I just realized I'm gonna have to do this entire floor again, aren't I? Right, okay, so take EXI, take EX, and then we're gonna have to literally map all of that again. Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna have to potentially change EXI over. Right, so what we do is we take this, we project from view, which allows me to do this. The pain! Then we're gonna match it up with Frisk. It's just so I don't get that seam. Moody Tail coming in 2030. Just you wait. I might surprise you with some other things in the future. Okay, that links in there quite nicely. There's no seam now. That looks roughly about the same size as well. Dude, this headache, man. This is what I get for, like, basically waking up after only having, like, 5 hours sleep. And then doing an entire day's worth of work. You're actually gonna make Moody Town? No. Just wait. Cryptic at the moment. Or just go back and put the trailer on and see. Hey Sammy, how you doing? Like, no joke, go back, put the trailer on. Go back, put the trailer on, right? And then go see who's in the cast. I wonder if the whole underground is bigger than a football field. Yes, Waterfall is easily bigger than a football field on its own. And that's the actual in-game one, not the one that I'm making. Like, the one that I'm making is obviously a little bit bigger. But yeah. Waterfall on its own is bigger than a football field because if you... Like, for instance, I was on about this with the Minecraft guys before. Just for context, I'll throw up the actual Minecraft stuff that I was on about. Hang on. Because this was so cool. And I actually need to give them credit for this now, because it's actually helping get the marsh done. Where is it? Undertale, Minecraft. It's not the one by... that one. It is... There we go. Okay, right. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Minecraft up in here. So, for context, you guys have probably seen this. Nothing seems to load, so I'm going to leave this. I mean, no! No, and Jeff's on screen as well. How could you leave Jeff? No! nothing seems to be loading, so I'm like, no! Just imagine me, like, reaching for the screen. He only wanted to say hi. He's got a little sign and everything. Okay, right. So, let's just try. I'm gonna miss Jeff. I'm half tempted to put a Jeff reference in the garbage dump, you know, for a laugh. Let's see here. Is it that one? Bam. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. We got this video by Doggy Creations. They've been working on this in Minecraft for like a year, right? And I actually found the Discord this morning and had to talk to the Minecraft guys about how big the entire underground was and certain details and stuff, like where things should be. Let's just show them actually building Waterfall here, or parts of it. Looks so cool. I'm not going to show all of this, obviously go and watch the video yourself. It's so good. There's tons of like work going into this. They've been at this for like a year or so. It keeps getting sent to me, but they've done quite a lot of stuff. It's a Minecraft collaboration between a load of like top level designers and builders. So cool. But yeah, they're doing Waterfall at the moment. Let's skip ahead so you don't see everything there. They've done like the marsh and stuff. I actually got this stuff recommended to me like a couple of months ago, and I've been watching it in the background ever since. This is the chase scene, right? Where Undyne chases you for the first time. And you go across the wooden bridge. I just like the way that they even said like they wanted it to look really crazy and cool and reflect like Minecraft's version of the underground, having it be just gigantic and you actually being able to see and go everywhere that you would do from the actual map. I'll leave it at that. I'll maybe like show one more bit of it. Where is it? I can see the scene, but it looks pretty Minecrafty. So like, where's the other one? There's Hotland. There we go. So this is one that I was watching as well. These love this. Just like, oh, just play this and skip that advert, right? This is Waterfall, or at least bits of it. And this is the making rooms of it and stuff, right? It's really good what they've managed to pull off. But again, go watch all of the video where they mention about it. I'm just trying to show choice bits of how big it is. I'm trying to find the marsh here. Here we go. So like, here's where they were building the marsh. And I turned around to him this morning when I'd... No, John! I turned around to him this morning when I was asking them about Waterfall, because I thought, I ask everybody else about their opinions and stuff on how stuff should look in 3D. Let's go ask the Minecraft guys and see what they say, because they've obviously been designing the entire underground. You know, so it'll help if they have a different way of tackling this. And apart from finding out about another way of doing the marsh, they turned around and said, yeah, the duck area that I'm doing now, like this area is just a pain because of the logic behind it. Sorry, I burped there for a moment. Just trying to get back to this area from the rest of it was nuts. And even they had problems with it and had to redesign this area like 3 times. And I'm like, oh god, yeah, I know, right? And then we were talking about it, and I was saying, like, when you look at Waterfall, especially if you include Undyne's second chase across all the bridges, and then if you include the memory part up here all the way to the castle, right? And you put that all in a straight line, and then play it how the game intends you to play it, which is, you know, going in that complete straight line, following the map. It's by far the biggest map in the entire game. If you take it at that approach, it was so nuts. And then we were just having a laugh this morning, being like, yeah, this is crazy. Because I came in and I was like, so anyway, I need to talk to about Waterfall to you. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, don't mind me, I'm just going to ask like a bunch of crazy questions. I normally do that kind of thing. And they were like, okay. I'm like, Look, right, I'll give you the context later on, just what do you think about Waterfall? Like, well... And then we just started talking about Waterfall for a while, so yeah, it was pretty fun. But yeah, that was my introduction to the Minecraft crew, and then I actually need to put them in the credits now for helping out. So that's gonna be fun. So they're gonna be unknowingly in the credits until I message them and be like, guys, you know you helped me on this thing? Well, you're in the credits. You know, so fun times. Okay. Ah, there we go. That was what I wanted. What we're doing is changing the shapes here, and that'll change how the texture is applied. So now I can apply the same wall texture to the section here, and then we can just stretch that around, and we should be okay at the moment. Let's just see. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then, yeah, we can just start putting these textures on everything, and then put the bridges from Zelda in, and get some grass and some foliage up in here and completely scatter it across this stuff, and it'll be a load of polygons on screen, but it'll look good. That's literally just my approach to this. Take that. Let's go unwrap and then project from view. Okay, maybe not project from view. Let's do cube instead. There we go. Chat is very quiet. I mean, admittedly, it was a lot more busy before, and it is like almost 12 midnight here. People come and go, it's fine. Plus some people are on VR chat, so that kind of explains it. Let's just do like that. That should match up there. And then I can just edit that later on with all the stuff to make that look good, because I don't want it to look this blocky. Hey, John. I'm gonna get back to you as well. People on VR chat waiting for you and Jeff. Memes actually has an emote on VR chat that they made, which is literally Jeff, because I remember seeing it during a event. I think it was the last event that I created for Immersiontale, and I was like, right, let's go. And then next moment, surprise Jeff just floating in midair. I was like, oh my god, it's Jeff! So cool seeing it in first person in VR as well. But I can't go in VR properly like this at the moment with the headset on because of this headache that I've got. So I'd have to do it in like PC mode, which is still fun, just not as fun. Oh, that's not good. So what I'm trying to do here is, you'll see me applying the texture and then trying to manipulate stuff like this. It's all to try and make it look good and stick to the surfaces better, but certain versions are better than others. You can just do it like really manually, but I like normally doing it like the laziest way possible because it still looks okay. There we go, that doesn't look too bad. The underground is the bat cave. Wait, what? So yeah, what I'm going to try doing is, I'm going to try adding more natural curvature to this now. Or at least later, what I'll do is just apply the other correct materials here, and then we'll apply more shape to this. We'll get like the basics done before I end the stream here. So what we'll do is we'll do wall EX, right? And the same with the floor here, we'll do floor EX. What we're going to do here is we're just going to match up the walls and the floor, and then do the ceiling last. And then I'll call it there, and then we can pick up next time and have everything done. But until then, just got to finish this up. Can I have that as a projection like that? There we go. The reason why I project from view like that is because whatever I'm seeing at that time, it projects from there. So then we can just like chill out. Stream about to end. I mean, give it about another 5 minutes or so, maybe. Just trying to get this water to look okay and whatever's around it, so then we can move on. Okay, so we got that. And what I'm gonna do is hide everything under there, right? So then I can select the roof last, and then everything else I can do a circle on. Jeff Tail. Undertale featuring Jeff. No joke. Actually, in the garbage dump or on Alphys's desk or something, I should just put Jeff. Or a sign that just says "Here was Jeff." Or a sign like, you know, because I wanted to put a load of sticky notes on Alphys's computer. Just have like one of the sticky notes be "Don't forget to pick up Jeff." No. Give me Jeff, says Jeff. No, no. See, that's the fun thing about this, is when I get round to like including small details like that after, you know, we've done all of the other parts of this. Like once we've done the main parts, namely like these areas that I'm working on now, the fun part is then gonna be I can put whatever I want in the underground. You know. So it's gonna be interesting, like fitting all little different references in and things. It's like I've already said, for the garbage dump, I could literally put anything in there, like broken TVs, chairs, games consoles, rare video games that I actually own or whatever as a reference. People were like, dude, you don't see that in the garbage dump? Hasn't Alphys picked that up yet? It's like, Alphys doesn't know about video games. Not yet, she only knows about anime. And her anime collection is nuts. Because I've already done her anime collection. That was one that I did a while back when we did the basic version of the True Lab. She already has her entire collection of anime, and it is big. She has a wide assortment of anime from different locations in different languages, because obviously it's just anything that the humans throw away, so makes sense that she has like Transformers or whatever, the Japanese version in Spanish. No. Oh, dude, that's not a good way of doing that. Where is everyone? Oh, Religion Tale, I've got him. No, John. Religion Tale gang is still here. I just need to put them on. Hang on, I need to fix these textures before we go. I need to, quickly. Try not to spoil this section, but you get a little bit of a look at it. There we go. You got this. Thank you very much, Alvin. Try not to spoil it for you guys, you know, because I'm going to have like, around about February, I'm going to do the next update when you guys actually get to see this and potentially get even more updates for like characters and things, depending. I'm trying not to spoil it, and then here's me there like, so anyway, I have to match up these textures. Okay, so there we go, that's close to the floor. It's about there, roughly? Okay. So then we can go ahead and just start fixing these textures up. Did I already, fix the floor and then hit it? That's fine. Okay, so what's happening here is the texture is now stretching, so I need to fix that by finding which parts are stretching and then just stretch them. Frisk So ask, well, Frisk walk in on Asgard's room playing God of War. Glowing water is a result of glowworm poops, Sammy. So what we do here is then, now that that's been kind of fixed, we can then edit this to about there, roughly. We can manually edit, I think it's that, yeah. So we can just, about there. It's the other one, it's about there. Nope. What we're doing here is trying to line up these textures with each other by eye, which is extremely awkward. Right, and then can I just... Okay, there we go. No, David. Oh, we've not got Jerry. We've not got Jerry, but I can ask. I can ask somebody in VR chat, because Alvin, you know everybody. Well, you know quite a few people from the Undernet Hub, right? I can ask Lotus, potentially. I don't know whether I'll get a yes, but I might be able to ask for Jerry. We don't need Jerry. Yeah, I don't think we do need Jerry, personally, but... Damon says, evidence in Shadow War, what are you on about? Really? Really? You're getting as bad as John here? John, has Damon been taking lessons from you? Nah, just the vibe. I swear, man, if I ever get you two in a game, you'll literally sound like each other and probably have the same tastes. I swear. You're clones of each other at this point. Is Jerry in it just for the funny? I can try and get Jerry in. I'm taking lessons in gaslighting, Damon. Could you not insult it? Oh no, John. Don't do yourself like that. Let's do that. There we go. So that line's up there now. Jerry no voice lines may be menacing. But Jerry is cool. Jerry is not cool. You know what's funny? I actually know somebody, unfortunately, that is basically like Jerry in real life. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. John says, it's bad enough I beat him in Gunpla hoarding. Yeah, I know, I'm unfortunately someone who knows somebody who's pretty much like Jerry in real life, and it's not cool. Basically, they're just like, that one person you just want to escape from. And it sounds terrible of me, but it's really that bad. That one person that you never want to hang around with because they always ruin everything. Or everything always has to be about them. It's like, please no. Dear God, no, not again. I'm not even being nasty, it's just how they are, you know. No, not you, John. I obviously won't be able to say on stream. You know, because if they see the stream, I'll just get so much trouble. You know, but... Do they chew with the mouth open? I honestly don't remember. But it's... No, yeah, Damon's right there. It's like, it's one of those people you'd be like, why are you my friend? You know? It's almost out of obligation in some senses. You know? But yeah, it's not you, John. just rough, man. No, nobody should have to deal with a person like that. You know it's bad when they make everything about them as well. Then you know you've got Jerry on your hands. Okay, so let's see. We got the basics of this room so far. It's better than what it looked like before. John says, methinks what the last group I was with thought of me anyway. Nah, man, it's not you. It's not you. I think no. Let's put it this way: it's nobody in chat. It's nobody in the Discord. It's nobody you guys would know. Like that's a definitive thing. It's no guys you would know. Like no person you would know. I may have referenced somebody that knows them once on stream, but even then, you don't even know that person either. So it's like it's a definite you will not know them. IRL, yeah. Basically, it's somebody who will most likely never come online. Moody data law, yeah. We're safe, yeah, kinda. John. Oh. Trust me, we'll be getting a lot more lore in future. Purely platonically, David. John. Father, I'd like to go home. Okay, this is some really good progress today. Because then tomorrow is basically just like fleshing this out a little bit more. Moody of God of War. So what we do now is we take the walls and we just hide them, right? And we hide the floor because we need everything else to have a certain shade to it. So we go shade smooth, right? And then we have everything be that, and then we go unhide. Just so I can make sure I get the right things. The reason for this is then we can smooth out the other bits. Hey, Active. I'm doing good. Right, so there we are, like 50, 60. And as you can see, all those other bits that we had before that looked pretty bad are now smoothed out. Right? So this is what we got. We got this area that has the water in it. We got Frisk over there. We're going to be putting grass on it at some point and all the other marshy stuff in. We'll put stalactites hanging from the roof and stuff. We'll have the support pillars for the roof as well and everything. We'll put those around the place. But what I want to do is try and scatter the trees from the center in here. Like if I go under here, we've got under the water there. What I want to try doing is, if I got the... Right, so this is all the other stuff that I said I was referencing before, so we can grab like this. Okay. We can grab, let's see, there's a mushroom here and a crystal. And actually Sans is here as well. Sans is like literally right here. Make sure I've saved this. Oh. Just play the first 3 notes of Megalovania. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, he's lurking. What I'll do is, whenever... Who would win in an act competition? Frisk, Chris, or Michael Jackson? What? Oh, you got me there. I don't know. The Michael Jackson thing came out of nowhere. You know Michael Jackson's in a dancing game, right? Like a proper dancing game, not Moonwalker. And he comes from outer space as well. Sans has seen things. Half tempted to pull up the video of Space Michael now. Or Michael Jackson as a robot, but I'd get wrecked for that, you know, for YouTube copyright. The scene where Michael Jackson turns into a robot. Space Michael, yeah. So Space Michael's actually a thing. Like, hang on, where is it? I'll also end the video in a little bit by showing you guys what I think I have an idea for replacing the massive bridge chase in Waterfall. I'll just find Space Michael first. Yeah, Michael Jackson was a Mettaton-style robot in Moonwalker. He's a transformer, quite literally. In the video game as well, he turns into a transformer and shoots things. Hang on. I think I can play the video game version. Michael Jackson video game robot. There's the Genesis version. Oh, there's the actual movie version where he turns into a robot in HD and then just starts shooting everybody. Okay, so, yeah, for the lack of context... Oh, where is it? So this is actually from the Moonwalker film as well. I love the way I'm talking on about Moonwalker while I'm busy on about Undertale as well. Let's try this, right? So just... I gotta turn the music off. Oh. There we go. It's now a Michael Jackson stream. Okay, right, so this is the Genesis on Mega Drive version of Moonwalker. This is where he turns into a robot. Space Michael! Turns into a giant robot and then just starts shooting rockets for no reason. Oh, he's got eye lasers. I love where it's playing Beat It in the background as well. So yeah, there was that version. I love the way it's lagging there. Don't know why, but there was that version. That's the movie version where he actually does turn into like a fully done mech. And then where's the other one? I swear the long play arcade one might actually have it. I love the way we've got Doggo on here as well now. Don't dox me. Yeah, you can actually get doxed by adverts. Moonwalker was fun, but pretty weird. Indeed. I'm trying to find the bit where he turns... Oh, there we go. You can see it in the intro. Hang on. Hang on, he can turn into a robot in a moment. There we go. Now he's got laser beams. So yeah. What the dog doing? So yeah, Michael Jackson's a robot. In other news. What I was going to do was show off that other idea for the end of Waterfall. But before that, I'm going to quickly finish up this last little bit. Like just getting all the stuff ready. And then tomorrow I will have this room done. So we got that. We got the pillar over here. We got the grass. And I think I have... There's the weed. Well, it's not exactly weed, but... So just move all of that stuff over there. And then we can just bring this back here and keep it kind of closer together. Memes was in here at some point. Okay, so we got like the different trees here now, of which we've got that one, right? These just look really good like this. Is this true? Are they banning XL bully dogs? Yeah, they are. You want to ban them. So there we go, we got the tree, and I'm like, okay, that's cool and everything, right? So the question is... Oh, it'll fit. It'll fit in there. Yep, there we go. Sans Theft Auto. You know, there's probably a mod for that. Like, let's go have a look real quick. There's probably literally like a mod for Sans and Grand Theft Auto. Sans mod. Actually, let's just type in Sans mod and see what we get. Oh, it's just a bunch of Undertale fan games. Let's say Sans GTA. Probably already got it. Play GTA 5 for free. Sans and Papyrus in GTA 5. Crazy Ragdolls. Wait, what? Oh yeah, they quite literally are in GTA 5. Wait, what? Papyrus? Undertale? Oh no. 5 months ago? What's Papyrus doing? Oh no, I gotta check this out. What the? No, Papyrus, don't do it! No! No, he's gonna get arrested. No, Papyrus, how could you? It's a pacifist run, not a genocide one. I've seen this unpopular opinion, but ban on dogs isn't the right thing to do. Oh yeah, totally. I was saying this before when me and Jen were out in the car. I was saying it's not right because most of the time it's the owner, not the actual dog. You know, so. This is what would happen if Papyrus hated humans. Pap got a little violent. So what we're gonna do here is see how this looks in this area. Just real quick. Oh, hell yeah. I like, do up the lighting a little bit. We can really start to get a good looking area in here if I just start putting like lights all over the place, and then we can put some other foliage down. It'll look really nice. So yeah, that's gonna look really cool. So at least I got that sorted. And then, oh, so this was, I was gonna put on the idea. So I'll put on the full idea, right? You guys are gonna be like, Dave, what the hell? But I've got to literally explain it as best as I can. Because maybe you guys will have better ideas than me. And maybe you'll find my idea really funny as well. So just give me a moment. I need to find the pacifist run so we can find Undyne here. Undertale. Ah, there we go. Waterfall pacifist. That's what I was on about. Okay. So get ready for this, because this is going to be one wacky idea, right? So, this is just before the stream ends as well. I'm gonna... The music's coming off now because of being serious. Okay. Now we're talking business here. Right? So, Waterfall at the moment is going really well, as you can tell. Got the marshlands going pretty nicely. It's up to the point where next time you see this, well, this area, it'll be fully done. Or rather, you won't see this again. It will be fully done tomorrow. So next time you'll see it is the update when I show it off, right? But before that, I've got to do other sections, and the one that's... Oh, God damn it, that's the other version. Try to find it. There we go. So, with this here at the moment, a large problem I have with Waterfall is that basically I'm trying to design this bit. This bit specifically is the bit where you get chased by Undyne for the second time and then get sent into the garbage dump, right? And the problem with this is when you've seen everything that I'm doing in 3D, this literally makes no sense. And the reason why I say that is because, like, when you think about it, it's a bunch of giant bridges that are suspended above what we can assume is like a giant drop, right? Which eventually leads into the garbage dump. And the way that it works, for people who aren't familiar, is Undyne walks on the underneath of this bridge. Frisk walks on the top one, right? The idea is all the spears come up and stab through it, but there's no there's nothing connecting these to anything. There's no support. And it just looks really weird. I don't know how I would do this in 3D, right? I can't think of an idea for how to do this in 3D at the moment. Yeah, you could just say they float via magic. But, as you've seen, I like to try and make sense of it so it looks good. So, in comes the idea. Can I draw structure? Kinda, yeah, if you want. So trying to get my head around this is pretty hard, but I still want a chase here because it's got to make sense, right? So, do we tell them about the ending of the... Oh, yeah, no, memes, I need to, I need to do that. I'll have to get on that tomorrow. Do we tell them about the problem with it? Wait, what? There's a problem with this? From Yellow? This bit in particular? Don't tell me any spoilers. Just tell it, like, there's a problem with this bit? I'm actually wondering now. It's very Oh. Oh, shoot. That's going to be an issue. Okay, so, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to complete Yellow after I've done the marsh room. But yeah, the only other way I could think about this at the moment, it's... If you're saying it's... No. Like, I'm not having it like that anymore, memes. Oh, no, wait. It might throw a wrench in it. Like, the rest of the stuff was going to be connected to the trash dump, but now this has to end up with Frisk in the trash dump, because, like, when we look at it, right, we have Frisk going across the bridge here like this. This is just normal gameplay, right? Let's just skip forward to the bit that matters. Because the rest of it is like, how will we suspend these bridges, right? Just make it simple. Yeah, I kind of want to do that, right? But then what we do is we have Frisk end there, and then comes back, right? And then Undyne's like, I'm going to get you, and just cuts the bridge off, and Frisk falls down again for a second time, and then wakes up in the garbage dump. Ever thought to make Frisk fall into water? Not yet. So yeah, Frisk wakes up there after being reminded of Kara and Asriel's memories, and they wake up in the garbage dump. Since it seems like the trash dump has water flowing into it from... Oh, yeah, so what you're saying is potentially they could just fall in anywhere and then end up there. Because they could just flow down river. I just hope... I really want to finish Yellow. I really do. I just got so much to do. Maybe tomorrow. Like, if I'm not that far off. It has a really smart lead you could use. Okay. So, this is going to be the crazy bit, right? Where Memes is probably going to be like, dude, I told you to do this simply. I mentioned this before, and the idea for making sense of all of that wooden bridge work above was a neat little plan that I kind of have to change the Undyne encounter with if I went with that particularly without even referencing Yellow yet. But yeah, this one I literally nicknamed Undyne's Crazy Cart Ride because I'm using a lot of the extra influence from the OG sprite sheet, which has a bunch of minecart tracks on and stuff. I think you probably see where I'm going with this right now, because I can actually make this pretty easily. But I'm going to give you a little bit of reference here from Resident Evil 4. The reason why I say this is because imagine this, right? We get to that bit with Undyne, and instead of doing that bit, to make sense of all the wood and everything in that area, we just have minecarts, and instead the chase takes place with both Undyne and Frisk in separate minecarts going on different tracks, and Undyne's trying to throw spears and then making them spawn out the walls and stuff. Because that makes sense as to why that would have suspended floor that high. You know, I'm looking at that and thinking that would be so funny to have them both be like Looney Tunes, Indiana Jones style in minecarts just going around the area while Undyne's trying to take out Frisk. And then the idea is they get to the end and get catapulted over into the garbage dump when they hit the end of the track. It's totally fine, don't have to do that. I just thought it would be really funny and wacky and another take on that area. Especially because, as we can see, it's kind of crazy. I just think it would be funny because, like with this, where you're always like ducking and avoiding stuff, we could easily still include the spears and stuff and just have Undyne in the other minecart chasing Frisk, casting the spear thing, which makes him come out of the walls and out of the roof and everything, and they still have to duck. They're just in a high-speed minecart chase for like a minute or so, and then they hit the end of the tracks and go flying off. Whereas Undyne's goes curving round into like another section of the wall or whatever, so we don't actually see where she ends up. And then she catches up with Frisk later on. No, it's just because I've already put minecart stuff in the level, so I don't have to use that. It's just an easy way of explaining that. But yeah, I think I'm probably just going to have to play yellow. What if we get rid of the lower bridge? The thing is, it's like, you do need the lower bridge, though, for Undyne on it. It's either that or you have Undyne walking across, like, a cliff ledge or something. But either way, Undyne has to be on a lower section if you follow the game exactly, because of the spears coming up through the floor. You know, so it's awkward, which is why I was like, oh yeah, maybe that would be funny, because minecarts, you know, everybody likes minecart chases. But yeah, no, it's just awkward. But eventually, we'll get to the garbage dump here, which will then lead us back to the other side of the marsh. Is Undyne chasing you, like, during her fight? Yeah, that entire thing is Undyne chasing you. Like, you see her come on you there, where is it? Like, at the beginning here, she doesn't stop chasing you. The only difference is you just run like mad. Like, here we go, right? This is the part where you think, oh, you're safe, and then next moment, Undyne's like, so, spears. You know, wait a minute, and then next moment, she appears underneath you and just starts casting spears. And then if you look underneath, she's following you the entire time and trying to keep up with you. Meanwhile, Frisk is like, nope, 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 I want out. Run, run. You know, so... What if the lower bridge has the framework from below, and higher one is held up by chains above? Maybe. That could kind of work. You don't know how deep the chasm is below, though, because it's a massive fall that's probably comparable to the beginning of the game. Frisk has the high ground. Wait, Undyne can swim while chasing Frisk while he's in the minecart. Potentially, just have Undyne swimming, like, really fast. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't have to do this area exactly in terms of, like, the layout and everything, but at least the basics has to be there. It's another one of those things, like, how do you convert certain elements of Undertale into 3D that would be fun and interesting? It's like with Muffet's bit. I was mentioning to a couple of people for Muffet's fight, that's going to be fun because I actually want that to be a proper food fight. As in, like, imagine it, right? You've insulted Muffet because she thinks you've, like, not bothered to buy anything. She's really stingy, or rather, you're really stingy. You've not bought anything off her. She gets really annoyed. She flips the table. All the donuts go flying, and then her little spiders come out and catch all the donuts. And then it's just her stood in front of Frisk with all these little spiders that are loaded up with, like, donuts and croissants and things. And then all of a sudden they just start chucking all this food at Frisk, and Frisk has to dive behind the overturned table. I just liked it because I thought it'd be cute, because it's not just Muffet in the fight then, like, throwing stuff and being really angry, being like, you should have bought my stuff, god damn it! Instead, it's all the little spiders helping out as well and being like, you picked on Muffet, throwing all this donuts, and all you can see is, like, a shot of where Frisk is taking cover behind this table, and there's just donuts going flying over the top of it. It's stuff like that I thought would be really funny and cute, because it's like a load of people interpret the ideas differently, and it's like, how do you look at the bullet board? And a lot of the interactions can literally be changed into more realistic style ones like that, instead of just, oh, every enemy shoots bullets at Frisk. You know, it's a lot of it is looking at like what's on screen, what's the in like text format for like checking and interacting with the character, and then sort of coming up with an idea from that. So yeah, it'd be funny. I've seen some people theorize that she's also a child. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to get on yellow. Like, God, it's almost 1 in the morning. What I'll do is I'll take a break, take some painkillers, and I might get on yellow. Might. I got to DM a couple of people anyway before then, so if you don't see me, then I might have gone off to have some sleep. But anyway, thank you very much, everyone. It's been productive this time, even though we've shown the trailer like 50 times. I shall have this done by tomorrow, so that'll be really cool. So yeah, thank you very much for your company as usual. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you on the next one. So until then, bye!